There it is, that sudden end. Folks, we're back. Reunited, it feels so good. Fed 4, right again. After, I mean, this has been an extended, the last preview we did together, because I wasn't on the Mania show, correct? That was a Novi production.
Yeah.
So it would be Rumble. So this is only the second one of the year, right?
Yeah.
A historic moment, no doubt. We're on the verge of a 2-night SummerSlam event, the biggest party of the summer, the biggest 2 parties of the summer, I suppose. And we're fired up, we're ready to go. Expert panel, many matches to discuss. And with that in mind, I'll waste no further time and ask Bob O'Neill, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm fired up for SummerSlam. I have the SummerSlam Watch Party WWE live stream on right now. I got the Boiler Room Brawl going. So, yeah, let's go, man.
Nice. Very, very nice. Chris Bourdin, how are you?
I'm good. It's been a week. Finally going to get some relief from all this oppressive heat. I'm very happy about that. And I'm excited for the SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm. You know, we've discussed a lot how when it's hot here, it isn't really hot.
Mm-hmm.
But I was recording something for LNG Productions earlier, and like in the midst of recording it, just said to Tope, I am going to risk the audio being bad. I'm turning on this fan. And I said, if it's bad, just leave it in the edit. Blame me. I don't care, man. I'm living with the danger. You know, you got to. It wears on us. It wears on us, Christian.
I spend a lot of time in grocery store back rooms, and
it's the last thing you need.
None of them are very well ventilated, and it's just not not fun. So
it's not. But this is the biggest part of this summer, so we'll try and embrace the heat. The SummerSlam Oracle. How are you?
This weekend only.
Yes.
I'm good. I can sympathize with Chris. I spend a lot of time in warehouses with docks being opened and closed repeatedly, and doors being opened and closed repeatedly.
They're really well ventilated, though, right, Oracle? Those ones very well ventilated.
Yeah. Poorly ventilated. So I can sympathize with that. I'm good. I'm excited for this 2-day event that hilariously, lest we forget, Minneapolis was to get the first 2-day SummerSlam, and then WWE said, "Oh no, hold on."
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's right.
Minneapolis is, New Orleans is the more recent city that got fucked around. But Minneapolis was the first one to be toyed with by the World Wrestling Federation in recent years. It might just be a rib.
Both for Vegas.
A 40-year rib on the Twin Cities, for all I know. But this show this weekend looks better than WrestleMania does. I'll say that.
Yes, that's what I was kind of lead with, in that I think part of the motivation for doing this show beyond hanging out with the lads was, and it's a 2-night event, and I have a soft spot for SummerSlam. You know, SummerSlam's a cool event, and I think it's produced a lot of classic matches, including Brett and Boulder, which I know Alex loves very much. If he was here, he'd be emotional talking about it. But, I think it's fair to say this card is a very, very promising lineup. Now, that's not to say it isn't without challenges. I mean, it's very strangely constructed in terms of night to night, the way they've split the card. I don't really know what's going on there. It almost feels like something they got something up their sleeve, because it's so unusual. I can't help but think there's some sort of twist in the tail. What that would be, I have no idea. But this is a very strong card, so we'll just start with kind of general, vibe check, temperature check, if you will. Just intrigue going at the show, Chris. How are you feeling going this? Excited, mate?
I am excited. Also, I want to shout out real quick. There have been so many classic matches at SummerSlam that last year we did a SummerSlam match pay-per-view draft, and so you can find that in the archives, I believe, on this very channel. But yeah, no, I am excited for SummerSlam. It's been, my watching has been like, I watch Raw every week. And I regretted not going to the go home this week. But SmackDown has been, and it's not necessarily a comment on its quality. It's just Friday nights right now it's just tough, you know. And sometimes
try watching it.
Yeah, like sometimes my wife actually is watching SmackDown more than I am. She'll like this past week I didn't watch Fridays, and she was like, yesterday she came home from work and she was like, oh yeah, I watched SmackDown while I was at work today. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
You'll be asking for notes soon to keep you locked in.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
So
I get it though. Yeah, so I think your sentiment is a common one though. I think it feels like most fans just watch. I mean, I'm always stunned at the lack of conversation about SmackDown on Saturday mornings online. You know,
Yeah.
just feel like it's weird.
I see the clips I need to see, and then I'm like, okay.
Right.
If I really have nothing better to do on Saturday, I'll go back and watch it. For the most part, I'm like, that was the show. So
Right,
it's just really weird because my favorite wrestler's on that show. So, but what can you do?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the challenge of following Charlotte Flair, but it's an interesting thing. The clip game does kind of allow you to follow along very loosely, doesn't it, to be fair? Speaking of such, Bob O'Neill, I get the sense that you're not watching very closely at all, but you just like being part of the Fed 4, as do I. Is that the truth, Bob?
I watch Raw. I started watching Raw again. I don't watch SmackDown.
Okay, hang on. When did you start watching Raw again?
In the past few weeks.
Okay.
I think after All In and Saturday Night's Main Event, that kind of got me back into. I'm going to watch Raw and Dynamite. So was that 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And
Have you completed it both times?
I didn't see Raw this week, except the final angle. So yeah, I watched the one immediately after that weekend, and then I watched last week. So I've seen 2 of the last 3 Raws, and I watched the Cena and Cody segment on SmackDown Live. So I'm locked in.
Excellent work. Excellent. Are you excited for SummerSlam, bro?
Yeah, I am actually. It looks very good.
I agree.
I'm gonna get back into it. You know, there's a lot going on, and you see the clips, like you guys said. It's but yeah, I'm excited for the show quite a bit. Even the 2-night thing, like it's gonna be strange. It's gonna be different, but I think I'm here for it.
Good. I'm glad you're here for it. The Oracle of Wrestling, you here for it? You excited, mate? SummerSlam?
I am excited for SummerSlam. You know, I do keep up with Raw. I mean, I keep up with all the stuff, but since I got back from vacation 2 weeks ago, I don't really watch the TV much.
You're a new
I
man.
did watch Raw this week. I didn't really watch the main event because I'm not watching Bronson and Jade. But I'm not watching that. But but I did like the angle afterwards.
Good angle.
And the 8-woman tag was excellent, and the mixed tag. The mixed trios was excellent. So those matches were both very good. But I haven't seen SmackDown in probably a month.
Yeah.
So like legitimately, I don't think I've seen an episode of SmackDown in a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I'm the blue brand.
Not even gone back into the DVR and watched it like that. Like,
I think by default I'm the SmackDown guy again. I think.
Yeah. I'll probably watch it on Friday, or at least have it on. You know.
Yeah, I usually watch the go home ones.
So, but.
Okay.
You know, get to see Big Dame Priest and Aleister Black go at it.
Well, they can't all be winners. We have some business to handle in our chat here. First, we come from our friend Jade, who's been a member for 11 months. We're coming close, folks. Almost a year of LNG Gold. Jake right there with us, 11 months, says, good evening, friends. Good evening, and happy the SummerSlam weekend. Please rank the following members of the Fed 4, Joe, Bob, Chris, and Oracle, in order of how much aura farming they do. Okay, immediately need to establish boundaries here in terms of understanding of aura farming, because I did an extended segment about this and still don't really know. I'm going to go on a limb and say that, Oracle, you do not know what this means.
So I had a discussion about this with someone on my vacation, and I think
Excellent.
It has something to do with like trying to look cool or sound cool or something. Something children. I mean, they're just. I mean, first of all, we're fucked. Okay, we're fucked.
Great.
I mean, they've ruined the world.
Yeah.
But you know, we're doomed. I mean, but I'm pretty sure it has something to do with that. I think that's, you know.
It's sort of, I mean, it's like my conclusion on it is that it's someone who really sort of uses smoke and mirrors and tricks to be cooler than they actually are. That's why. And Evu has claimed that I do this. The actual truth is, Bob is the 1 seed here with a bullet, dude. Like, you limit your offense, but you always get a great reaction. You have like novelty hats and stuff. That's total aura farming.
Fair.
You're the 1 seed. I'm at 2, especially now that I have the pen and the new hair. Hair may not be long for the world. I made a new executive decision on that today. The pen. Okay. I think, honestly, the Oracle of Wrestling is 3rd with his sweeping commentary on the world's trends. And I think, Chris, I don't think you have any interest in aura farming. What do you guys think?
Aura farming to me is like quantum physics, and I know it exists and I know it's a thing, but I really don't understand it. So
I asked the chat to give me some aura farming names, and they named every good wrestler of the last 30 years. I just kind of went, I don't know, I don't really get it. But yeah, I think Bob, the one thing's for sure, Bob is clear. Like, no one's even close. He may be the biggest aura farmer in all the podcasting, quite frankly.
No.
Yeah. Wait, hang on, Bob. Who are you thinking? Is there someone you got in mind?
No.
No? You sure?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Thank you, Jake. I hope you enjoyed the grids, mate. Brainbuster, I know him. He's also been a member for 11 months. The big men are back, indeed. Hey, Oracle, Chris, and Bob, this is tremendous. Would you like to do an LNG Fantasy Football League? Don't feel pressure to say yes. We may have discussed this before the show.
yeah. Yes, Brainbuster. Actually, I am very much interested.
Same.
Yes.
It depends on what app you use.
App?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, yeah. You guys have got to agree on the app, guys. Come on, work together, you know? Buster, work around the Oracle of Wrestling, okay? It'll be worthwhile. You guys doing this draft on the air and Oracle being on there, I'd even watch that, bro. I don't even fucking know what's going on. Nash says, what's the panel's reaction to the WWE greatest SummerSlam matches list? I only saw the number 1 and I was so excited. Just imagine how angry Alex was. Seemed like it was, you know, there or thereabouts, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of great matches. Brett and Bulldog.
Who won 2? Wait, what was number 2?
Was it
Cena and AJ, which was a bad decision. That match is good, but it's too high.
Yeah, it was a little high.
The Rumble
yeah.
match is a better version of that match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
3
and
was
the Monday Night match is better than that match too.
Yeah.
3 was Brett and Perfect, 4 was Brock and Punk, and then 5 was Brett and Owen.
Alex is right about Brett Perfect. I like that match more than he does, but their King of the Ring 93 match, which we covered.
You know,
here.
It's interesting. Brett has 3 of the top 5, and I prefer his other match with all 3 of those opponents. I prefer WrestleMania 10 with Owen. I prefer King of the Ring with Perfect, and I prefer In Your House with Bulldog.
And yeah, In Your House with Bulldog is a fucking
That's
classic.
fascinating.
Yeah.
I would go with Punk and Brock personally. That's just my personal feeling. That would be my pick.
That might be number 1, yeah.
I think it's cool they do it though. I think it's a cool way to kind of celebrate, you know, the matches of the past. I think for some people it's the first time look at these matches, right? Okay, thank you, Nash. I hope you enjoyed the grins over this last 9 months. Andy sent a super chat. He said, what are your broad thoughts on WWE's creative decline? What are the notable differences from the peak? Is there a way back or is the peak over? I'm not really qualified to answer this. I think a lot of it is dependent on, or is at least, broadly speaking, I think the Cena heel turn has probably not been exactly what they were looking for. Yeah. I think there is more than a sort of structural or creative decline. I think most of it actually is complacency and John Cena's heel turn not being what they. Now, obviously, there's other things, right? There's always other things. But that, if I was just going to say broadly from my vantage point, that's what I would say. Oracle, does that make sense to you as a very broad assessment?
Yeah, I mean, I think the one thing that I think everybody knows, but is important to point out is ego and greed, which
the more over guys get, the harder
their work.
it is.
It's in their production, it's in their advertising, it's in all. It's like WWE's always been this way, so it's not anything, but it feels particularly annoying lately. I think of the first Netflix show. I think of things like booking Jelly Roll in a match. And look, they love celebrity stuff, but like there's a desperation even more so under TKO. It feels like to me than even Vince.
Yeah.
of like, look
wanting
how
to be
like,
accepted. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
It's like, and
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest turnoff for a lot of people. It's turned me off a lot this year. Just from a broad stroke standpoint. Most of my favorite wrestlers are in WWE from the big two. 90% of my favorite wrestlers are in WWE, so I generally still gravitate toward them. I think creatively, and I've mentioned this before on here, I actually think the end of the peak sort of like Triple H, early TKO era, where popularity of WWE has gotten bigger than it has in 20 years or whatever, was at Bad Blood in October. When
the
Punk and Drew
thing
ended,
Yeah.
and The Rock came out, all that backstage tumult that we've seen, that's been revealed through whatnot over the course of several months in the Mania season and afterwards. I think it's created. I think it's deeply affected creatively. The move to Netflix, the disappointment of Saturday Night's Main Event, the lackluster Mania build, reneging on the New Orleans Mania for 42 and going back to Vegas and announcing a return to Vegas, which is to be determined on whether that'll be good or bad. We can't predict that just yet. Although I suspect I'm with Joe in that I think that could be a turning point for them from a business standpoint. We will see. The failure of the Cena turn, The Rock's recklessness, Triple H's complacency, and he almost seems bored or not interested. Like just like TKO, of course, like everything all combined is just. I don't think it's been a very good year for them. Money, I mean, they're always going to make a ton of money.
Right, we're talking about the shows,
Just from a standpoint of my personal enjoyment and their creative consistency, I think is gone down considerably. I actually think they've picked things up since the weekend of Evolution. The last couple of weeks have been pretty good in the Fed, I think. Just from the clips I've seen in SmackDown, the Raws I've seen, been solid. But I think it's been. I think they're already kind of down from the peak, in terms of where they were a year ago.
Now, what I would say is, as far as is there a way back, there's always a way back, especially when you've not done a lot of damage. I mean, if you'd have told me that AEW would be in this shape by, August 2025, I'd have been pretty surprised at the start of the year. I thought they were in a really shaky spot. We are not in a shaky spot, however, because if there's one thing better than the Fed 4, the Fed 5, folks.
Oh,
LNG,
baby.
Hall of Famer, Late Night Grin Royalty in the building. Jackie Crosby, how are you tonight, mate?
What's going on, fellas? I figured
much,
I'd drop in and provide the perspective of someone who doesn't watch WWE at all. But it's SummerSlam. So,
to be fair, I think that perspective's covered, but we're glad to have you.
just gonna wing it.
Bob's sitting there going, "Wait, that's my spot."
I'm just gonna wing it because it's SummerSlam.
That's exactly right. I mean, look at the pop in the building here. Jack Crosby in the building. You gotta love it. Yeah, I think that pretty much covered. That was a good question. Oracle had extensive answers. Anything
That
to
was
add
a
on
great
that?
answer.
It was, right? It was a great answer.
Great answer.
Thank you very, very much, Andy, for the support. All right. We'll get moving here with some matches. We have a lot to talk about. We have 2 nights. Before we get into those, Bob, you got any advice for the grinners that are enjoying this telecast so far?
Yeah, if you're having a good time so far, go ahead and smash that like button. It's an odd number, so you're good to do it now, and await further instruction.
Await further instruction. That might have been your most formal one yet, dude.
Either I need glasses, or I thought Bob's thumb was a foot for a second.
That would have been that would have been dynamic. No question. That was, I have to say, Bob, gonna need a little more juice on the next one, bro. That was kind of, I don't know.
Fair.
I'm not thrilled with the delivery on that, but we'll let it play out. Before we do get started, I do want to plug. We had a video on LNG Productions today. The Mind of Manny, a Hooper highlight video, featuring him watching the Sumo Monster Truck match, featuring his iconic performance on the WrestleMania 15 Grin Along, and a brand new towel, of which I have no idea where that came from or why that was on there, but it was on there, and I just sort of went, go on, let's do that. So that's on LNG Productions, you've written that kind of thing. All right, let's dive into some wrestling matches. Let's start with the real main event. We're going to go, night one, and the real main event for the World's Tag Team titles. Perhaps the top team in wrestling outside of the FTR, Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez are defending their titles. PWI contenders defending their titles against the emerging Allies of Convenience, All-Star Tandem, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair. This one has kind of crept up on us in the sense that they started doing segments together. They didn't get a ton of time to really flesh it out, and all of a sudden the people just got with it. And then Evolution, we were all like, whoa, what's going on here, right? They've got a little bit of a monster on their hands. And people are really into this thing. This may be the most, I don't want to talk out of turn because I could be wrong on this, but it feels like this might be the most organically popular Charlotte Flair has ever been.
Yep.
Certainly on the short list. I think this may surprise, but I got a good feeling about this. Bobby, what do you think about this tag title match here?
Yeah, I'm fired up for it. Raquel's been really good the past couple months, ever since the Kevin Nash thing that we talked about the other night. Roxanne's very good, and then the LA's Convenience, man, like, they're both in there working. The fans love them. I think it's time. It's time to strap them up.
Yeah, I think there is something to be said for continuing the chase. I see that, but I don't think that's going to be the mindset here. I think the mindset here is let's get these belts on Alexa and Charlotte and go from there. I hope they get a little bit of time on Friday to add a little bit of depth to this thing, because I feel like with some opportunity, Alexa can give this even more juice. Not to say Charlotte, but I mean Alexa's really, she's capable of doing a lot more verbally than we've seen on the TV since she came back 6 months ago, might I add. I think she's had one live promo, so but there's a lot to be done to kind of juice this up, and make it better. But for now, they're red hot. They're doing great. I think they're getting the straps. Jackie, what do you think?
Alexa and Charlotte.
Yeah.
I think you
have you seen any of this, Jack?
Just what I've seen on Twitter.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's going really well. Like, this was a great idea. Whomever's idea was to put them together, it's clicked. So you got to strap them up and then run with it from there.
Yeah, and I think my kind of the extra thing I would add to that is, Jay, I think this is one of those deals. I don't think you need to have made your mind up on when the split is, right? Let's just let this be for a little bit. Right?
Yeah. Put the titles on them and don't set a timeline on when you're going to split them. Just run with it.
Right. I tend to agree. Chris, where do you stand on this one, mate?
Yeah, I think Alexa and Charlotte should win. It just goes to show that the secret to the Charlotte sauce right now is not having her in the world title program. Who would have thought?
Right. Imagine that. Yeah.
Immediately, they brought her back and she immediately jumped, into going for the title at Mania, and people rejected it. And now she goes into this and people are all on board. Who would have thought?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, from what I've seen, again, because I haven't been watching SmackDown really closely, I've really liked this, and I think they should win on this weekend. So
they need a cute finish. I saw my friend Brady was suggesting on Twitter that they do remember the Bray Roman tag finish, where the spear happens on the pin. That was a cute idea. That'd be a cool thing to pay homage to, but they need a cute finish that confirms the friendship part of this. Oracle, do you think they're winning on Saturday, I should say?
I think they do win. But all of a sudden it turned into a.
It was that wasn't my phone that did that, right? Was that It was Jack sending something because my phone lit up.
That was me texting confirm shoot. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine, but you have to realize what happened for me there was I heard the sound and my phone lit up and I was like, my phone doesn't make that sound.
I do that. You know what? I'm sorry. I do that in work meetings all the time, and everyone kind of looks at me. I'm like, fuck off. It's like,
It was much weird for me because it was sent in
I
my
thought it was
direction
my computer at
no,
first.
the best part is I was texting confirm shoot.
in the group chat. All right, where was you at? Or carry on. My bad.
I think they should win. I think they will win. I do like Jake's idea of like them having to like, maybe kind of build to the chase a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think they win. I'm interested in this match because I don't anticipate a classic or anything like that. But I do think there was some promise there. Of course, it was a 4-way tag at Evolution, but I was really impressed with both Raquel and Roxanne. And Roxanne was tremendous in that match.
Yeah.
This match could be a sleeper in terms of like ended up, like it could end up being very good.
Especially on night one.
Yes.
Especially on night one.
Mhm.
I think the crowd's going to be into this one.
That's
too.
what I was going to say.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Like, and if the trend of Alexa and Charlotte being over continues, which I think it will, particularly in front of a crowd like this,
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be.
Yeah.
I think this could be a sleeper match where it ends up being even as high as like probably more around like 5 or 6, but like upper half of the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it has a shot. I don't think Alexa and Roxanne have particularly good chemistry.
Yeah.
But I think Alexa's a good tag team wrestler, and I think she's got a lot more experience in that domain than we realize. She's actually done that a lot in her career. Charlotte as the cleanup, Robert Gibson hot tag, I think is a good use of where she's at.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's got a shot. I think placement's important, but I do think it's got a shot. I also think Alexa and Charlotte win the belts. But I agree with the assessment that if there's a story to be told with this finish not being them winning, but them, becoming friends out of that and then chasing further, I'm fine with that too. We shall see, but I think we're all pretty optimistic about this one. Jack Crosby is going to have to carry us in terms of optimism for this next one. Karrion Kross back under the spotlight once more, taking on Sami Zayn in the rubber match. Slightly weird kind of subtext here, cloud hanging over this one. As Kross's contract situation, I have to say, a very strange situation. A little bit fishy, if you ask me. I don't really know what's going on. But he's wrestling Sami Zayn on Saturday, Jack. What do you make of this situation? And who do you think's winning?
I think the contract stuff is horse shit.
I do too. I don't buy it.
I think he signed like this.
So do
this is stupid.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry. Especially in the TKO era, if this dude hasn't signed a contract, they're not going to put him on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Because it would be someone like. There's no reason to, is there?
No. And especially with so much other talent at your disposal, you're not going to go out of. Because if he didn't sign a contract and say there's a possibility he's out the door soon, right? You're not going to waste that time, especially with someone like Sami Zayn, to put him on the card just to like embarrass him, like make an example out of him. Not at SummerSlam. You do it
stadium.
on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're not going to do that at SummerSlam.
Yeah, we're in the same page here.
All right. I will put my bias aside for a second.
Good.
And say, he's re-signed. Like he's re-signed. He ain't going anywhere. But there eventually has to be some kind of payoff to this whole he's making everyone evil. Like all these examples there, like I don't know what it like. There eventually has to be some kind of payoff because the examples are out there. So I don't know. Like as far as the match, I don't fucking know.
What do I?
All right, thank you. I didn't want to sound like an idiot.
No.
Like I have no clue.
Because here's the thing, Jack. If he was leaving, surely they would have just cut it off after the Saudi match. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that was the end. That felt like a natural end. I'm going to just say it because I don't care. And if it's right, it'll be the funniest thing ever. I think the Righteous are debuting and helping him win. That's what I truly believe is happening.
I saw somebody on Twitter suggest that. And you know what? If that happens,
Yeah.
I want you
Yep.
give me a StreamYard link.
Yes, sir.
Whenever that happens, I will go live by myself. I don't care if you join me. If you want to, you're welcome. I will start up a stream.
The Jack Crosby celebration stream.
The second it happens, because like I've let it be known from the ROH days, I love the Righteous.
Yes,
Now, if
sir.
you put them with Kross, especially on a stage, that's it. I'm done. Like, I'm taking over this fucking channel.
So, the reason I don't really see why this would happen if he was actually leaving. I think they want to create this sort of R-Truth-esque conversation around Kross. And I cannot wait to see the reaction that big Bobby Dutch gets in a stadium at the SummerSlam. We shall see. Imagine it, Jack. Imagine Corey Graves hitting there. That's Bobby Dutch. Ring of Honor legend. Let it play out. All right.
At least with the Kross stuff, wouldn't you think of like if they really want to push it, if there is this agenda behind it, wouldn't you do something like just put it on TV, be like, hey, his contract's up, and if these live crowds are supposedly behind him, like have Kross like lose this Sami and just be like, all right, I'm leaving.
Yeah,
Like,
but they do this like they kind of. I don't know.
You're wrong. They wouldn't say Ring of Honor legend. They'd say Evolve legend, Bobby.
True. And they cut to Gabe Sapolsky in the ground. Yeah, I know. I don't want to be honest, Jack. I can't make any sense of it. I don't know. We're on the same page. Neither of us know. Yeah.
I don't know what their plan is. Like, I really don't know what the end game here is.
No clue. Chris, do you have any idea to help us here? 'Cause we're in trouble, Jack and I.
The only thing I can't get my head around is like, if Kross wins, then Sami has to admit that he was right, and I just don't see what the benefit of that is right now. So I feel like regardless, I feel like Sami's winning, but who knows?
I feel the question, what is the benefit of this right now, has a much greater depth in this particular conversation than we may have anticipated. But
Like,
yeah,
this is
very
just
fair.
shady. Like, this is a Raw match.
It's very interesting, isn't it? And like Miro and Sheamus didn't make the cut. Fascinating. Something is going to happen here. I'm telling you guys. If you look at night one, this is not a card that needs a cooldown match, guys. This is not a card that needs
This is a Saturday match.
Yeah, and Saturday's Finn. Like, this is going to get time, I think. Like, I'm telling you guys, something weird is going to happen in this match. I'm absolutely convinced of it. Bob, do you think I'm right?
You almost have to be, because, like, again, why is this on a stadium show?
Yeah.
Like, I think he re-signed as well, but, like, it's dumb, man. There's no reason for it. You could be doing something better with Sami Zayn, you know. You look at the guys who didn't make the card kind of in favor of Karrion Kross, and kind of makes you think there a little bit. It's just, it's bad.
The only thing I could see with Sami is I think maybe most of us would be in agreement that, like, right now, the favorite to win that Royal Rumble in Saudi is Sami, right? Like that, it has to be the men's Rumble winners. Like right now, if we were to pick, it's going to be Sami in Saudi.
Yeah.
This is just like something to kill time for the guy.
Probably so, and they probably just want to get him on the card after he missed Mania, right?
Because they know, like, at least if there's a promise of, like, listen, just do this, and then afterwards do this, but, you know, come January in Saudi, like, then the ball's really going to start rolling for you, and Sami's probably, all right, whatever.
So, I think you're actually correct, and as much as I joke, I think this is probably just going to be a match, but the reason this is odd to me, on night 2, this could be like a cool-down match between all the stip matches.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, AJ Styles and Dominik is going to be a cool-down match because it's going to have to be, because it's the only match, basically, without a stip on the whole night 2. It's like, wouldn't you at least flip those two? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just very odd that it's on night 1, especially. It makes it even more puzzling to me, but we'll let it play out. Oracle, I'm sure you're excited about this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my main concern is the length of the match. I mean, if, you know.
Yeah, well,
Can we just get it done in like 8 minutes? Yeah, I'd be for a Bobby Dutch debut. That'd be cool.
Bro, we're gonna be on the air. We're gonna immediately
I
text
know.
Jack. Yeah. Jack comes on with a bottle of champagne.
I swear to God, if it happens, I'm running to this computer.
Dude, imagine the card has the order that we're going here, and they do a Charlotte Alexa title win, and then a Bobby Dutch debut, and we just stop watching the SummerSlam. We just go, that's it, folks. We're going home.
It's just fucking me and Joe sitting on here going, we won. We won.
Try to go to confirm shoot onto the program. All right, beautiful. Here we go. This is one that I'm actually more positive on than the consensus seems to be online. It's Jelly Roll time, folks. Jelly Roll and Randy Orton teaming out against Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. I understand the sort of fatigue with celebrities in wrestling. I understand that Travis Scott, that was an insane happening that they actually did in the main event and had no plan.
Did you see the thing on the Netflix show?
Yes, yes,
Like,
I did.
just a diagram, and it
Yes.
goes, and we had Travis Scott and I thought, what the fuck?
Yes.
We're fucking talking about it like it was the operation to go assassinate Osama bin Laden. For an operation like this, first I talked to Nick Cunt, then I talked to Travis,
And the
then I talked to
graphics.
Cody.
Oh.
What the fuck are you doing? Shut up.
Terrible. But I like Jelly Roll is a likable fella. I don't know any of his music.
He is.
I don't really intend to find
He
out.
also-
But I find him a
he has
likable
good
fella.
voice too. To be fair,
Good
Let me
voice.
be fair to the guy. He's
Good
got a
promo. I will concede my optimism did dip slightly upon seeing the physicality on Friday's program, because that did look a little bit alarming. But I have a good feeling about this. I don't know. The only thing I keep thinking about this is I think Randy Orton is a pretty, as much as history has suggested otherwise, I think he's quite shrewd at the things he sort of associates with at this point in the game. And I think he's got himself in this, and I think he knows this is going to be okay. And that may age very poorly, because he did once wrestle many unfortunate matches on the WrestleMania. But I just think, since he came back, Randy's very protective of the things he does, you know? I think he's got something up his sleeve here. I think they're going to be able to figure this out. And I think this is actually going to be fun, to be completely honest. It could age very poorly, but that's fine. I'll just pretend I didn't say it. Bob, what do you think?
I'm with you, actually. If you're gonna have the celebrities, put them in the same match. That's good. They're not wrestling one-on-one. That'll be good. I think Jelly Hole's Black Hole Slam was good.
Jelly Hole! You just got him Jelly Hole!
Jelly Hole Black Roll Slam. Very late. Jelly Rolls Black Hole Slam. Fuck. There we go.
He did it again! Did he just do it again?
No, that one was right. The last one was right.
Okay.
I did it wrong twice.
Jelly Hole!
I love you so much, Bob.
Yeah, he's gonna do that. He's gonna hit an RKO. It's gonna be good.
Into this program. Good Lord. Jelly Hole.
I gotta talk.
You were supposed to be on my side, too.
Again.
Jelly Hole. All right. Oracle, take it away.
Yeah. So honestly, I think you guys might be right. I just the way that it's done, that they get him in there is forced to me. But the actual match itself probably will be pretty entertaining, actually. Length and stuff, how it's aging, and that obviously matters a lot. But I think Randy is a pretty smart wrestler when it comes to that kind of stuff, and you have him, you have Jelly Roll, who's going to do well. The physicality is probably a concern, but Logan Paul will do one or two crazy stunts, and
Right.
I guess so I'm not really privy to what's going on, but is Drew back in the States yet, or what?
Yeah, tonight he posted a video. He's back.
Okay, yeah, because I knew I figured he was if we were talking about it without any concerns, but I didn't know what the status of that was. And Drew's a pretty smart worker too, actually, and so I think this match will be fun. I think the length, I mean, in terms of smoke and mirrors and stuff, I mean, it obviously needs that, and it's going to have it. The length is a little bit concerning, as well as kind of the presentation of Jelly Roll, particularly when he gets to get physical, are the two biggest concerns, I think.
especially
but
opposite Drew.
I honestly think it'll be fun. The forced inclusion of celebrity stuff is kind of driving me insane.
I think Oracle is important as what to stress too in terms of physicality. Him bumping around Logan Paul, fine. They need to be careful with him and Drew. I think Drew's had enough damage done without being bumped around by Jelly Roll.
Yes, he has. Absolutely.
Yeah. So they need to be careful with that. We'll see. Chris, I'm not going to repeat Bob's profanity. I'll just ask, what do you make of this one, mate?
I think this one should be pretty good. One thing that WWE has done well the last 4 or 5 years is when they do have these celebrities come in and work matches, they're usually pretty good. They're not just throwing, what's her name from Jersey Shore out there, Snooki. Yeah, thank you. I was drawing a massive blank. So yeah, I'm pretty confident that whatever Jelly Roll does in this match will be, obviously very planned out, very, rehearsed, and yeah, I think it'll be a decent match.
Do we all think Jelly Roll's winning, or is the heel?
I think Orton and Jelly Roll are gonna win. Yeah,
Orton hits an RKO and drags Jelly Roll over Logan or something like that. Jack, anything on this one, mate?
Pretty much what everybody said.
Yeah.
Drew and Randy, they'll make this work. And the baby faces will get the win, and everybody will be happy.
Underrated. Everyone's going to focus on Jelly Hole. Underrated moment on this show. Oracle chuckling and going, Snooki. Underrated. Keep note of that, folks. Rewind it. So the reason, this is my honest take on the Jelly Roll thing, and this is about to transition to the next match. I think there's a place for stuff that's more light. I understand not wanting Drew McIntyre in it. I get that. I think a far bigger issue than Jelly Roll is our next match. World title match. Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton. Creatively, before we even get into the match, because I think the match has a chance, because their TV match was not nearly the disaster that the Oracle of Wrestling and I feared it would be when they were doing it.
Yeah.
But creatively, this has genuinely just felt like they've just sort of thrown their hands up and gone, well, we'll just get to the match. Like, there's zero juice here, zero effort put into this. To me, that is far more... Like, I'm far more concerned about a title match being booked with such carelessness than Jelly Roll, which is something that's light and adds variety to the show. Like, I don't know who's winning here. I assume Jade Cargill's going to win. I assume. But, like, the build for this, there isn't one, really, right? It's just... It's been really poorly put together. It was a matchup that didn't make sense to me on paper, and they've done nothing to suggest that I was wrong in that, kind of guesswork. Jake, what are you going to say, mate?
I think the intrigue in this match really, really, it's a double-edged sword. I think a lot of the intrigue got sucked out when Naomi cashed in at Evolution.
Yeah.
Because I think the whole point to a lot of people was that you're going to be on Naomi watch for this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then when she cashed in Evolution, you were like, all right, so what is this now? And then when it got put in the hands of Tiffany and Jade alone, it's like, well, this sucks.
Yeah.
You had this Naomi and Jade.
Yeah. It's just like a cold babyface match, isn't it?
And like I said, it's a double-edged sword, because like that ending to Evolution, I thought, like, that was an all-timer. That was awesome.
Yeah.
But then when the dust settled and you started thinking about it, you're like, well, all right, but this kind of hurts the Jade Tiffany.
The SmackDown crew. Yeah, like
this kind of hurts.
My concern as someone that likes the aforementioned Alexa and Charlotte stuff is I don't want this stuff to get weak enough that someone pushes an emergency button, because that would be a shame.
Yeah.
Because I feel that, and they need Bianca back as soon as possible for that reason. Because I'm telling you guys now, if by October it's still these two as the title picture, someone in creative is going to get antsy, and that thing will not be a team anymore. It will be the title program. I'll tell you this with full confidence. That is what will happen. Like, they need Bianca back soon, dude. Or they need a draft. Why does Raw have all the hoopers, right? Like, it's just a bizarre... I mean, Julia, who I think Julia has her Frau, is done wrong, but like, she's on a roster where she has no one that suits her whatsoever to wrestle. It's just... They've done a very poor job. And again, that goes back to the word complacency. That's simple stuff that you're making harder for yourself, So, Yeah, I'm not sure. Oracle, what do you make of this one, mate?
Yeah, I mean, this is in terms of what they should do, I'm gonna fantasy book and agent this a little bit. They should do what they did with Tiffany and Trish
Yeah, bombs.
at Evolution. They throw bombs for 9 minutes, and then and have Jade win. That's how the match should go. I kind of think that's actually and I actually think that actually is how the match is going to go.
I agree.
Because I think they're smart enough to know that these are two freak athletes, but they have a lot of issues in terms of putting a match together and stringing things along outside of like the big bombs. And I think if this match goes over 10 minutes, I think we could get into some pretty dangerous territory, to be honest.
Agree. Yep.
But if they keep it tight, 7 to 10 minutes, and they just go balls to the wall, I actually think it could be pretty fun. Jade, I think, will win. Bianca had a pretty gnarly hand and hand and fingers injury, I think, at Mania. Hopefully she's able to get physical soon and get cleared and come back, because there's definitely a concern of that SmackDown Women's Division, which is just it's pretty porous, man. I mean, they're just not, as you said, Joe. All the really good workers, like 80% of the really good workers, are on Raw. And of like the really good workers on SmackDown, Bianca, and she's hurt,
Yeah.
Because even Charlotte and Lexi are like, they're both capable, obviously, but they're not.
Their
Charlotte
characters and their
has gone
stars.
downhill with her injuries and stuff.
Yeah.
And Alexa's never been an elite in-ring worker.
Mm-hmm.
But they're very over. They're established, credible stars, and like you said, come October, if things haven't changed, we might be getting the split of that tag team that we obviously don't want here. But
yeah, I think a lot of it is matchmaking too, and like you're putting a roster together that fits people.
It's poor matchmaking. That's another thing about the creative woes this year. I think the matchmaking has gotten worse.
It's gotten much worse. Yeah. Like I think what they're headed to on SmackDown is Julia and Kiana versus Charlotte and Alexa, and it's like you need to find, like, Julia's gonna need specific matchmaking, man. Like you can't just have her just wrestle just like anyone, It's just not gonna be a good fit. That's why you should have brought Jordan up just to work with Julia, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. So it's a weird one, Chris. This is very strange, the imbalance they have going on here, right? It's an odd one.
Yes, and this is the match that I'm the least locked in on as far as knowing what the heck's going on. It doesn't sound like there's much going on in this build up. So, just looking at it at face value, I think Jade would win. Tiffany's had the belt for a while.
Yeah.
And she's kind of ran through everyone on SmackDown already. So, I guess Jade would probably win here.
That's the vibe, right? I had the exact same feeling of like, I guess you just kind of go, I guess so. It's an interesting spot for Tiffany Stratton, who you don't want to be hyperbolic. She's still very popular, getting great reactions, and I actually still do like most of her matches. It does feel like when she drops this belt, though, there is probably evidence that it would be smart to just kind of go, right, let's just reset for a little bit and figure this out, because as popular as she is, I'm not convinced this current presentation and usage is something that's truly sustainable for someone that you want to be a tippy top star, right? And again, let me be clear, I'm not saying she's like bombed or fouled. She still gets great reactions. What I'm saying is, if you continue to be very frankly lazy with who she is as a personality, like, I honestly don't know how much further you can go with her as a top babyface. They can't have her do promos because all she says is Tiffy time. There's nothing there. Like, you're gonna have to just reset, man. I don't know. And again, that doesn't mean it's like start all over again. I just think you got to tinker a little bit. You know, Bob, how does that sound? What do you make of this one, mate?
Yeah, I think as far as this match goes, Jade's going to win. I think she kind of has to with the Queen of the Ring and stuff, and it just kind of makes sense. You know, Tiffany's had it long enough. And yeah, I mean, I'm with you, though. Like, if Tiffany loses, I think a little reset would be in order because, like, she kind of got to as high as she can with this evolution. Right. So, like, yeah, you got to go back to the drawing board, figure out what works next.
I mean, she's a heel, right? Ultimately, she's the heel. The character's a heel.
Yes.
She got over, which is a credit to her. And they leaned into it, which I think is a credit to them. I will never disagree with that decision. She had to be turned babyface. The people wanted to cheer her. But you probably now need to figure out, okay, is there a way we can get her back slotted the way she probably should be slotted, which is as a heel. I mean, I think she struggled as a babyface personality more than anything else. But, Jack, I know you spoke just briefly on the intrigue for this. Anything you'd like to add before we move on, mate, in terms of Jade and Tiffany?
Yeah, I'll just do a pick. Jade.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Seems
Feels
obvious.
like Jade. Okay, super chat here from Mid Takes. He says, rank these SummerSlam matches, fellas. Kurt and Ray, Angle, Austin, Brock, Rock, and he switched out Usos and Profits for Roman Brock. So we have Kurt versus Ray, Angle versus Austin, Brock versus Rock, and Roman versus Brock. I presume from the 2022 show, I presume. I would immediately have Angle and Austin as my 1 seed here.
Agreed.
Pretty confidently so.
Agreed. Bloodbath always gets 1.
That'll be my 1 seed. I'd actually say it's pretty clear of this pack, personally. Where would we go next, boys? I'd probably lean...
I would go with Angle Ray, personally, at 2, but...
Angle Ray at 2.
And then probably Brock, Rock, Roman, Rock.
Brock Roman, just because... I'm sorry, but the fucking Brock Tractor spot.
Yeah,
one of the greatest things I've ever fucking seen.
And what was impressive about that match was no one wanted to see more Brock Roman, and that worked, right? So that was impressive. It would be my 4 seed, but the 3 and 4 I don't feel strongly about. But that's generally where we're at. It seems like, right, fellas? That makes sense for everyone. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Mid Takes. Yeah, because I think there was some debate in the chat. The Usos Profits match, the notable one was the Money in the Bank match, wasn't it, before the SummerSlam? The SummerSlam match was the one with Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah. Right before Jeff left.
Right before, yes.
That was that year where Jeff did GCW, the WWF.
Wasn't that the night before he did the Flair match?
His last match, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I love that dude, man.
And he was incredible. Look, for all of the issues with Flair's last match, Jarrett was incredible in that match too.
He was. Like, I love that. You'll never hear a bad word about Jeff Jarrett from me ever.
No, he's awesome. We love Jeff around here. Check out Grin Grappler, Jeff Jarrett. Hey Bob.
Yep.
Now's the time, bro. Lock in. Any advice about enjoying this show?
Yeah, if you're enjoying the show so far, you go ahead and smash that like button. It's the second time, so it's not an odd number, but you can do it anyway. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, things of that nature.
Very good. Very good work.
That's illegal drinking. Good job, Bob.
I do think we're deep enough in this that I think we may have to figure out a way to add some pizzazz to this, I was watching the new Happy Gilmore picture featuring Maxwell Jacob Friedman of Late Night Grin. Mm-hmm. And the Shoot McGavin? If you could work that in.
That's good.
If you could work that in like one every, you do it once every fortnight, maybe 3 weeks. Like
shoot, and then the thumb comes
that's
out.
Good.
Bro,
that's good.
The thumb gun?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, just think it for a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Happy Gilmore 2, Joe, you didn't tell us MJF got you a role in that movie. You look just like Haley Joel Osment.
Well, now I can't unsee that.
I have the hair and everything. I do. Everyone was in that film, bro. I had to be in it somewhere. They wanted me to play the Post Malone role, and I said, well, a little bit too big time for that, to be fair.
Now I'm trying to picture Joe saying gangster shit.
Yeah. I reckon I'd have been good in that. To be fair, Jack, where do you think I'd have ranked in the cameos? Top 10? Top 10
5.
cameo. Would I have Becky Lynch as a top cameo?
And I'm sorry for who this offends, but that movie rolled. Grow up.
It was fun. It was really fun.
I thought that movie was.
Fuck up. It ruled.
I laughed. I texted Joe about it. I was like, I laughed a lot. I was like,
you knew it was going to be good.
There was no
when
reason
Max
for it to be made.
Yeah.
It's a stupid movie. It's Adam Sandler. All the movies are stupid, but I fucking laughed it.
Yeah.
I laughed my ass off. It was funny. John Daly was my favorite of the cameos.
Yeah.
Oh, the whole John Daly bit through the movie was my favorite. I told my wife that.
I agree with you, Jack. I was like popping every time.
Guys, remember to feed John Daly 3 times a day.
The Shooter McGavin business really delivered, I thought. Really delivered.
Oh,
He swung for the fences, didn't he? He swung for the fences. Terrific. All right, folks. It's time for one of our 2 main events here. It's unclear which of these matches is closing the show. It's a different conversation for a different day. But we'll start with the All-Star tag, Bron Breakker, Bronson Reed, who left these fellas laying on Monday. My goodness, what an angle. Emphatic presentation for these two. They're, of course, taking on Jey Uso and Roman Reigns. An interesting match. One that I didn't initially see as a stadium match. But I do think Monday's angle did a lot for this, Jake. Yeah. Did you see that? And what do you make of this whole deal?
A couple things here. And I texted you about this person. I know Roman Reigns, from what I could see online, takes a lot of shit.
Yeah.
For his attendance. But I do have to say, and again, I'm not from going back to the Royal Rumble. If there's one thing I'm going to give Roman Reigns credit for, it's that he is literally telling you people, Bron Breakker, this is the guy. And I'm going to do everything in my power to show you this is the guy. You know how I'm going to do that? I'm going to let him beat the shit out of me. This is the guy, okay? I mean, I get it. Roman takes a lot of shit. I think he's earned the right to show up to work whenever he wants. Like, I'm not trying to... But what he's doing for Bron Breakker specifically is awesome.
I agree.
And like he's telling you, hey, this I don't want to say de facto, it's not the right word, but he basically my replacement is this guy.
Like Cody sold for him on Monday.
My replacement.
The announce table bump that he took on Monday, where he was just flinging around.
Even back to the Royal Rumble. Before that spear spot, when Roman looked at him and you could see him mouth ready to go, like he's telling Bron, okay, you ready, kid? Let's start this going. And then I texted Joe this, and I want to see if you guys agree. Is it just me, or is the team of Bron, the Brons, do they seem cooler without Seth?
Yes.
Yeah.
If it's just those two, they seem, and I like Seth. I like Seth more than most people. I've said that before on the show. I do. I like Seth a lot. But they seem cooler without him.
Yeah. Feels like a more natural fit than it. Feels more natural. Yes.
I don't think the Brons are going over here. I just have a feeling that Roman and Jey are going to win to get that. They've never had that moment together, really, those two, to kind of bring it all together. And I think this might be it. They team up, and I think they're going to win. But that's not going to stunt Breakker's growth, and even Bronson Reed. God bless him, he's come a long way. They've really done a good job of rehabbing him into this monster.
Yeah.
Almost in an old school 80s, just a monster type guy, which is really awesome to see. But I think Roman and Jey are going to come out here.
We're on the same page across the board. The babyface are winning, but that doesn't mean you can't elevate Bron Breakker in the process. Roman Reigns, when he's around, is a great asset to the television. His schedule really is none of my business. I don't ask for him to negotiate and for them to argue about it. When he's around, I think the show's better for it.
I'm sorry. for anyone who wants to, I think he's earned it to show up whenever the fuck he wants.
Well, not only that, he's negotiated it. So
Yeah.
Well, I think he's earned the right to even tell them, negotiate, tell them like
Right.
this is what I'm going to do.
yeah.
Well, and he comes back. He's the biggest thing on the show.
Oh, those pops, man! Like when I
Yeah.
watch it, they're crazy.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. Yeah, I think, that angle on Monday was great. I always think it was a reminder, that's why you're protective about who beats you up. We were watching Raw on WrestlePress. We were losing our shit for Roman being bumped around because he doesn't get bumped around. That's why you protect yourself. If you bump around for everyone, it doesn't mean anything. Like, we were losing our mind for him taking 2 or 3 moves on the floor because he doesn't do that often.
And even but like
yeah.
that's the thing. Like you have bookers, but like Roman is in such a top guy position that he's able to tell you more so than Triple H or Bruce Pritchard or anyone. These are the guys that are next, and I'm going to show you by bumping around for them and giving them more than you think they deserve.
Yes, sir. Bob O'Neill, you got very fired up a moment ago in defense of Roman Reigns. Are you excited for this one, mate?
I am. He's back. It's great to see. I'm with you guys. Let's go Roman and Jay. Put my 1 up. Let's go.
Wow, for a 1-up.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Chris, you as all Bob is back. Look at Bob going, Chris, where do you stand on this, mate?
I agree with what everyone has said. I think the good guys are going over. I'm excited for this. That angle on Monday was excellent. It's one of the things where I was like, man, I really wish I would have went to that show tonight. But yeah, I love Braun Breaker. I like Bronson Reed a lot too. But I think because of how that played out on Monday, I think it's clear that Jay and Roman are going to win this weekend. Yeah. But I think Braun Breaker especially is going to look like $1 million.
Right, exactly that. And Bronson is, and I have been a critic of Bronson Reed, but I'll say this: he is a gifted enough worker to be the bump man in this equation. You don't want to bump Bron around; you want to make him like a star. Bronson's gifted enough to do that. The one concern with this, the Oracle of Wrestling, I think there is a version of this that's fucking awesome. I do think there's also a version of this that can be a little bit long, maybe just maybe, and a little bit theatrical. What do you think, Oracle?
I am afraid that this will go 25 minutes.
Yeah.
I will be glad to be on the show with you, Joe, when this is occurring.
Yes.
That'll just be Roman and Jay's entrance, 25 minutes.
Yeah, true. This has got Roman and Heyman all over. I mean, this is going to go very long. Let's just be honest. I think it could be awesome. It's an awesome 15-minute match. I don't think it's an awesome 30-minute match.
Right.
I'm not sure it'll go full 30, especially if it doesn't main event. I don't think it's going to go full 30. But it probably will go 23-24,
Probably the opener, right?
It very well might be, yeah. I do think Roman and Jay are winning. I think Bronson's taking the pin. Braun Breaker is going to be protected here in the loss. I want this to be really good. I think it could be. My anticipation is that it will be what's the word? An elongated version.
Bloated?
Bloated. There you go. Bloated. Bloated's a way better word. Way, way better word. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And not that doesn't mean I think it'll be terrible. It'll probably test my patience a little bit. But yeah, I do think it will be a fun match, probably with a hot crowd that will be bloated, and the babyfaces will win.
Yeah, the heat on Jay is probably going to be extended. I just pulled up Roman Reigns' cage match. We just talked about Roman's schedule. None of us here policed the man's schedule. I'm talking about this more because I find this just fascinating from a performance point of view. He has had 6 matches since losing the title to Cody Rhodes. 6. This will be his first match since WrestleMania Saturday. This is his 4th match of the year. Is there any concern at all? about physically continuing to roll the dice in this way, because sometimes, like, I thought he looked really good at WrestleMania and really sharp. If this is like just what he does, I feel like this is going to get challenging eventually, right? Just wrestling like once a quarter, like getting in there with Bron Breakker when you haven't wrestled in 3 months. Good luck, man. I don't know. That's the only thing that I think about the way he does things now. Like, he's hardly working, man. It's fucking insane. It's bonkers. We'll see, I guess, right? I guess we'll find out on Saturday. But so far, he's been pretty much fine in that regard. So we will let it play out. All right. Let's move to the main event, presumably of night one. World title on the line. One people have been waiting for a while. CM Punk, Gunther. This is a match that, according to our friends at WWE Untold, was on the whiteboard for WrestleMania at one point. The iconic whiteboard. This is probably my most anticipated match of the weekend. I think this could be great. I think this is a little less hot than it would have been 4 or 5 months ago, maybe on that aforementioned whiteboard, in the sense that I do think Punk just slightly lacking the edge that he had, but he did make up for it for a very fiery promo on Monday. So kind of kicked out in that regard. I think if you're a CM Punk fan, I think you're looking at not just winning the world title here, but I think you're looking at really kind of reminding people who he is, right? I think he's actually been quietly in really good form bell to bell, but I think it's been kind of overshadowed by surrounding factors. I got a good feeling about this, Oracle. I think this is going to be great. I think CM Punk is winning the world title at the SummerSlam. Oracle, what do you think?
Yeah, I think the match will be tremendous, possibly even like incredible classic level. There are a couple matches on night 2 that could actually reach that great classic status. But this one, I think, is probably the most capable of doing that for the entire weekend of the 12 matches. I think it'll be terrific. I think Punk will win. I am struggling a little bit with. I kind of think we could be in for a surprise at the end of night 1.
The Righteous?
I think we could end up seeing a. I think there's a chance we could see a cash in.
Definitely a chance, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think I'll get into it later, but I think that's happening on the next night, personally.
Okay.
But yeah, Steph could definitely cash in here. 100%.
Actually, yes, because yes, we've discussed this on this show. Yes, the next night, I agree with that. Because they teased Seth and Cody a couple months ago on TV, and we'll get to that.
Yeah,
we'll get to that
exactly. We'll get to it.
Yeah. I think there's a scenario where Punk actually loses and leaves for a little bit too.
Yeah.
And then comes back in like a couple of months and wins the belt, which I think Jake or somebody said in the chat. I think there's like a 10 to 15% chance that actually happens. But I think Punk wins, and I think this could be awesome for sure. Good build too. Just like the promos the last couple of weeks from both guys have been very strong.
Just traditional pro wrestling, very refreshing, and necessary for Punk too, man. God Almighty, just some pro wrestling at last, like way overdue. Chris, you excited for this one, mate? What do you reckon here?
I'm very excited for the match. I think it's going to be a very good match, but I'm kind of replaying our collective, but also my specific predictions for all these matches here. And if Lexi and Charlotte win, and if Sami wins, and Tiffany and Jade is kind of a wash because they're both technically baby faces, I believe, and Jay and Roman Reigns win, kind of thinking Gunther retains here.
Yeah, little babyface heavy otherwise, right?
Yeah.
Now, would you think that's going to probably come with some bells and whistles, I presume, that finish, right? I would presume. I could be wrong. I don't know. I presume. Something's going to happen there, I feel
maybe.
like.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I could just, I mean, I could also just see Gunther just beating Punk, to be honest.
Maybe.
So, but
maybe so. Question is whether or not Punk can see that, Chris.
Well,
We'll see. We'll find out live.
That is fair. That is very
no, but
fair.
I'm with you. It's a great point about the babyface thing. It is. It's very interesting. Okay, that's made me question this slightly. Maybe that gives some credence to the Raquel Roxy picks. We'll see. Jack, what do you make of this Punk Gunther situation?
I could see both scenarios, but I'm leaning toward just Punk getting the win and his thanks for being a good boy while you've been here. Here's a world title, but here you go. Thanks for being a good, not causing any problems, behaving yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because people are going to automatically go to, well, here's Gunther getting screwed over again. But if reports are true that Gunther is going to be the one to put John Cena out the pasture, to me, that's bigger than the second world title on the thing. If at the end of the year he's going to be the one to tell Cena, or he's going to be the one to send John Cena packing, that's bigger than. I really do think it's probably going to be as simple as Punk just getting the win with the, hey, here's,
I agree.
Thanks for behaving yourself. Here you go.
And it does feel he's probably due, right? If to be honest, he's been as over as he's been since he came back. It's probably fair to give him the belt. I think at this point, yeah. I think we're on the same page.
Depending on what you think the outcome of night 2 is, if this is the main event of night 1, then Punk just winning the title is a good way to just send Saturday off into Sunday.
It's an interesting thing, the way the model has evolved makes it very different for a CM Punk. CM Punk is a full-time guy. He's as full-time as anyone, right? When they do house shows, he might be on them. They do 10 of them a year. He did the whole European tour. He's on TV pretty much, most weeks. It's interesting how different it is now for a guy of his age. He could be the world champion and they're not missing a beat in terms of activity, right? I mean, obviously Roman's a different case, but famously when Punk was in his physical prime, remember the debates that we had about part-time champions because they had so many house shows and those guys wouldn't be around. It doesn't exist anymore. So it's very hard to make an argument why CM Punk can't be the world champion at this point. He stayed healthy. I think physically he's been in good form, even with kind of the other, aforementioned factors. So it's, a lot of us leaning his way. I do like Chris's point though. Bob, where do you stand on this one?
Yeah, I think Chris makes a really good point, but I'm still with you guys. I think it's time. He's still over. He's proven that he's not causing any trouble, which is a funny thing to say because he's 45 or whatever. But still, it was a concern. He's stayed healthy, like you said. I think it's time.
And then to that point, Bron Breaker's on Raw, right?
Yes.
Bron Breakker murdering CM Punk for that title would be pretty awesome.
I think that's possible, especially with Paul Lee.
Pretty awesome.
I think also possible is that they're getting the belt on Punk because the eventual Mania match for this belt, actually, I think might be Cody and Punk. I've got a feeling. Because remember the promo Punk cut? Remember the promo Punk cut about what this belt does to you? And Cody had the belt over his shoulder. Imagine that with the roles reversed, where Cody's like, "So you were telling me about what that belt does to people, huh?" Punk's losing his mind.
I like that a lot. I like.
He's saying there to that. I do.
I will say, barring cash-ins or whatever, out of the 2 world title matches, I believe this is the one most likely to change hands.
Very, very interesting. Okay. We have. This was, by the way, I highlighted this because it popped me. Shane said that Manny is the biggest aura farmer on the roster by some strides.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good call, yeah. He's just pure aura. Absolutely. Jumanji Hunter's been a member for 11 months. That Seth Freakin should cash in on Jacob Fatu instead. The Blue Brand mid-card could use him. Bob, you're chuckling already there before I even got to the end of that. Do you seem to agree with this assessment?
Yeah, it's good. It's a good place for him.
This Seth Freakin stuff. God. I know we're going to get to it, but
it's happening. I got a feeling. Sunday, brother. I'm looking it in. All right, we'll get to that momentarily. Thank you, Jumanji Hunter, for your continued support. We hope you've enjoyed the grins. All right, let's get rolling. Night 2. Is this a TLC match or just a ladder match? What's the official branding? TLC.
Yep.
TLC match. Andrade and Rey Fenix versus DIY versus Fraxiom versus the Motor City Machine Guns versus the Street Profits versus the Wyatt 6 duo of Dex Gloom and Joe Gace. I'm going to say this now so no one else has to, because this match will probably be very fun, very exciting. I will say this. Someone at some point is going to have to be an adult and put their hand up and say that these ladder matches are getting out of control. There are 12 fucking people in this match, and the wrestling promoters are going to wait until something very bad happens, I feel, until they call these things. Yeah. I will say that, and we'll leave it there. We'll talk about the match now and the finish. I think Andrade and Rey are winning the belts. I don't know. I'm sure it will be fun. Chris, what do you think?
I'm pumped for this. I'm super happy for the Machine Guns to be on a major stadium PLE.
Agreed.
I don't know. Draw a tag team name out of a hat, I guess. I really
right.
Wyatt's retained. Like
right.
I mean, yeah, it's whatever. It's a SmackDown tag division.
You can't have an educated prediction on this. There are 6 fucking teams. Like, yeah. I presume the 6 are losing the belts because this is a way to get the belts off them without pinning them, I presume. But then, like, my counter to my own point there would be, is it that big of a deal if you just pin Joe Gacy? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I don't know. Yeah, give me Round Andrade. I don't know. Jack, you got a firm take on this?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. I don't know. Yeah, Andrade Ray. I get. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to go you first because then we leave the real experts for last, right? I'll go Oracle. Yeah, we'll let Bob have the last word.
Yeah. Sure. Andrade Ray.
Yeah.
Sure.
Us mere mortals have got no chance, but Bob will have a conclusive take. Oracle, what do you think?
So, a couple things. First of all, this is a make good for Mania, my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
This was these guys didn't get to have their TLC match, so we're going to add a bunch of people and even more people into it and let them have their TLC match. And I probably then some. This is going to be a lot of things in this match that will be interesting to see. I am excited for it because I enjoy car crash matches, but I think they're going to go nuts, like totally nuts in this thing. Can we also point out that Night 2 has every fucking stip match? What in the world?
Yeah,
it's strange.
There's honestly no way to even speak on it because it just doesn't make any... Like, it has we'll establish it now because you brought up Oracle. TLC, no DQ, Street Fight, and Steel Cage all on Night 2. There's not one stip match unless I'm mistaken on Night 1.
Yeah. I don't get it.
Just so puzzling. Truly puzzling. Yeah.
But I don't even know who's going to... I don't know.
Yeah, the fans.
Yeah, the fans.
Probably,
like,
to be honest, like, probably so. You know?
Yeah. I agree with that, yeah.
It's just... I don't want to be this guy because these guys are going to work so hard. But this is going to be one of those matches that,
there's going to be interference in this match from people, right? Like
Candice and Nikki. This is going to be one of those matches that on Monday morning, wrestling fans are going to be like, man, that match was fucking awesome. We'll not remember who won it, you know?
Yep.
Like, which to me is kind of at odds with the point of this, but I don't know, man. The stadium will like it, and so it adds variety to the show. I get it. I understand it completely. Bob, you're an expert when it comes to ladder matches, when it comes to 6-team clashes, when it comes to the Wyatt 6 in particular. Break this one down for us.
Yeah, it's interesting that they're even doing another TLC, honestly, because they did one on SmackDown shortly after Mania, which was quite good. I know they're getting this one on there because it's the anniversary of the famed SummerSlam 2001, but like, it was strange to kind of add it. I guess I'll go with the Street Profits. Why not?
Yeah. What do you think Bubba makes of it when he looks at this match graphic? Does he see this as a fitting tribute, or is he quite angry about the people involved? What do you think?
Ooh. It's tough because it's a WWE match, so inherently, he likes it. But
okay, I tell you what, Bob, let's play a game. You're going to be Bubba Ray for a second, all right? You okay with that?
Sure.
I'm going to name every person in this match. You're going to just say You're going to put a thumb up or in fact, no, that's not good for the audio. Say yes or no whether Bubba Ray's in on these guys representing him in a TLC tribute match. You ready?
Oh, God. Okay.
All right. Andrade.
Yes.
Ray Fenix.
Yes.
Wow. Johnny Gargano.
No.
Tommaso Ciampa.
Probably not.
Yeah. Close, though. Nathan Frazier.
No.
Axiom.
No.
Chris Sabin.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it worked with them, right? Shelley.
Yes.
Yeah. Tez Ford.
Probably. They've been around long enough where...
Got some size.
Yeah.
Ange Dawkes.
Yep.
Right, main event time. Dexter Lumis.
No.
Joe Gacy.
Probably more than Loomis, but still no.
Terrific. Shutdown's first and a super chat. That said, just got home from Dynamite. Very awesome to have shows 10 minutes away from your house. Hope you'll enjoy SummerSlam, Bob. Sorry about Andrew Vaughn. Dynamite was a hell of a show. I hope you had a good time. 10 minutes away from your house is pretty fucking sick, man. Bobby, tell me about this Andrew Vaughn situation.
Yeah, he got traded from the White Sox to the Brewers, and he kind of torched the Cubs the last 2 days, but the Cubs won today, so we're back. It's good.
There you go.
Bob Duds? What if Bob was a Dudley? Bob Dudley and had the glasses and everything.
Oh, that's got to be its own show, right? Bob, you need to prepare an outfit for this, I'm afraid. It is what it is. I don't make the rules.
Grappler for this is a different thing.
Double dip, bro. Grappler, and then we do a flagship spin-off.
Got it.
Straight out of Bobleyville. Thank you, Shaitan Spurs. Hell of a Dynamite spin attendance. Well, that building is so cool, that Aragon Ballroom. Oh my God, what a great building.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to FTR versus Austin and Juice tomorrow. That should be a good time. I'm looking forward to that. Dustin and Kyle too. Anyway, this next one is one I'm kind of bummed about this being on night 2. I mentioned this earlier because I think this is gonna really suffer because there's everything else that's got like a hat on it, and this is just gonna be a wrestling match. I think AJ Styles and Dominik Mysterio could be really good. I'm not convinced this is going to be the environment to see that. I get the feeling this is going to have a Raw rematch that's a lot better than the actual SummerSlam match. I just got this feeling I can't shake. But I still think it'll be good. I'm going to take AJ Styles to become the IC champion in a match that I'll probably enjoy it very, very much. Jack Crosby, do you agree with my assessment?
Yeah. Uncle Alan's going to win this.
Yes, sir.
My question is, does Liv come back here?
I don't think so.
The drama I've been seeing. Again, please bear with me, folks. I don't watch WWE TV. I really don't. It's not a bit. I just see Twitter clips. Like, is there a chance? Is there a chance she comes back in costume?
It's a fair question. People are asking the same question, so you're not out like, I think it's too soon, I think. But I don't know, right? I don't know. It's a fair question. I mean, they're clearly going to live as a babyface, right? It seems like. For sure.
Because she's like an A-list movie star now, right?
Exactly.
Isn't that
right? I'm glad you read PW Insider like I do. Very good.
Yeah. Good.
Good. We're on the same page.
I love Liv.
Liv's awesome.
I joke. I kid. I love Liv.
She's awesome. We're on the same page with that. Across the board, both the bits and the truth. Bob O'Neill, AJ Styles, Dom Mysterio. This could be quite good, right?
I'm excited for it. I think it's supposed to be a nice little mid-card match, and you need some of those. We've seen WrestleMania the last 2 years. LA Knight's gone out and had one of those ball skiers, and it's been one of the best matches of the weekend. So I wish we could flip this with that Sami Zayn match, because I just feel like on night 1 this could be like the best match on the show. Yeah,
one of the best matches on the show, I should say.
Yeah, again, the nights are bizarre. Like,
I just feel like this is going to be between a cage match and a ladder match. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I think AJ's going to win too, though.
Yeah, it'll be good. Sorry, Bob, I just sort of got upset.
No, you're right though. Like it's a lot better placed on night 1, and honestly, the TLC match probably is too.
Tell you this though, Bob. Bobby Dudley will like this match.
That's true.
That's what matters most to you and I, mate. Good stuff. All right, Chris, what do you think? IC title, who you got?
Yeah, I kind of think AJ wins. I'm very excited for this. This is Novi has Novi FC. I have the Chris Army, and these two gentlemen are both a part of that. So yeah, I'm super excited for this one. So,
and hopefully we do get multiple matches regardless of the finish here, because this feels like it would be a winning formula, Dom and AJ. So I hope this isn't a one and done. These guys work a little bit. Especially if has the time, the matches on Netflix get some time, right? Like, let's get some TV rematches in here. And AJ has to be on the Paris show. Like, someone in the chat said it about him and Cena maybe being there. And I don't know what AJ's doing in Paris, but he has to be on that show after the last crowd's reaction he got there for Backlash, right? That was Leon, but you get my point. The Oracle of Wrestling. I feel like you and I are going to have a good time with this, mate. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think this is going to be that 8 or 9 minute match that I long for from my childhood, and it's going to be pretty darn good, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for this. I think AJ probably wins too. I think this will be a very solid 8 or 9 minutes, and I'll go, man. Mid-card wrestling used to be better.
Draped in an American flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just muttering to yourself about popping the hips. You don't even know why you're saying it. Just saying it.
Right.
I dig it. All right, tremendous, folks. We're in the final leg of this program here. We have, I believe, unless I've missed something, just 4 matches left. And with that in mind, I'm going to return to trusty Bob O'Neill, who has got a chance to live dangerously here with this next pitch. Bob, what should people do to the like button, mate?
If you're enjoying the show, you can go ahead and smash that like button. Better?
That was very enthusiastic.
He turned the volume up about 5 notches.
It was. If you've ever wondered what Bob would be like if he got a gig with Disney, I think you just saw it. You know, Bob doing like an MCU press conference as the host. Very good, but especially at this hour, it's very late.
It is.
Excellent work. All right, there you go, folks. You heard the man. Okay, let's talk about Becky Lynch, Lyra, Valkyria. No DQ, no counter. I believe the step on this one. All right. IC title hanging in the balance. This has been one of the best things in WWE in recent months, this whole program. It's done an awful lot for Lyra Valkyria, and I think this is where she gets her happy ending, right, for this particular story. She wins the title. She beats Becky Lynch. And if that is the case, and if this match is half as good as I expect it to be, this will have been one of the more successful things they've done this year. Actually assisting and elevating an emerging talent. Becky Lynch's value remains kind of undeniable in my view. Excited for this one. Very excited for this one. Chris, what do you make of this feud has been a highlight, and what do you make of this, presumably the final chapter? What do you think?
I think it's going to be incredible, the match. With the no DQ, like I don't know how or what, but Bayley has to be involved in some point, right?
Yeah. That's the scary part from the Lyra point of view, isn't it?
They added the stip this past week that if, it's the reverse of the last match. If Lyra loses, she can't challenge for the title anymore. So that either A, she's going to win, or B, they're going to move her on up into bigger and better things. So I'm going to say, this seems to be, what Becky did in NXT a couple years ago too, where she came in, she won the title and then dropped it. So I'm going to say Becky drops it back to Lyra here.
I think my gut feeling is she's dropping the belt and then going to go to SmackDown, which is part of why I think the Seth thing that we'll get to later is happening. Because she would be the perfect solution to what we were talking about earlier with the SmackDown division having terrible matchmaking. She can work with anyone, right? Like, she could easily work with Charlotte and Alexa, and she could also probably figure out the Julia thing. So, I think she's dropping the belt. I have to be honest. I think the Bayley heel turn thing is like a bad idea, and I kind of hate it, to be completely honest. I don't know. I get it. Like, she's not a super dynamic babyface personality. But I just feel like she didn't turn that long ago. I guess it was over a year, but it doesn't feel like that long ago to me. And I think Bayley as a worker is much more fun to watch as a babyface. I have to be honest. But that's just me. I don't know. But I think they're turning us, so it doesn't really matter why. Jack Crosby. I don't know how much you've seen of this, but these matches have rocked, brother.
No, I've seen them. I've seen the matches. I think like you said at the beginning, Lyra gets the happy ending.
Yeah.
I think she just wins.
Mm-hmm. Should be a hell of a match, no question. It is funny, Bob. You know, we had some fun at the start of the year, and we were being a bit silly, but I do think it's aged somewhat favorably in our, direction. Remember that stretch where certain stars in the women's division were at home, and there was an indication that the division actually passed them by?
Yep.
Okay, in terms of Becky Lynch in particular, let's not even include any other names. If this division gets to the point where it passes Becky Lynch by, I would presume it's gotten worse, to be honest with you, because she has been so valuable in terms of giving actual angles and promo time to the talent in this program. Like, dude, I can't even put over enough how great she's been in this thing. Bobby, have you enjoyed this whole deal, and what do you think the finish is?
Yeah, I think it's been awesome. It's done a ton for Lyra Valkyria. The thing about Becky, too, like, she went away for a long enough time where, people were allowed to miss her a little bit. She was gone for probably 9 months or so, so it really worked out there. And, yeah, she's been great. I think it is probably no DQ because Bayley's going to get involved, which is fine. That seems to be the next match for Lyra, which is good. I mean, they've done good stuff, too. And, yeah, it's been a high point of Raw pretty much the entire year.
I tend to agree. The Oracle of Wrestling, I sense you're on the same page.
Oh yeah, I think this is one of the other matches, one of the 2 or 3 matches along with Punk Gunther, and even maybe the TLC match we talked about, where this could be like a really incredible match and just a classic. Honestly, I think they're going to beat the shit out of each other. I think it was Jake who said in the chat they may not use a lot of plunder, but I don't think that matters. I think they're going to beat the shit out of each other, like they do in their matches. But this will have a couple big spots for sure. But yeah, I think this could be really great. I think Lyra wins. I think there's a chance Bayley turns and costs Lyra here, which I think would be bad. Not necessarily because Becky won her, but because I think it would hurt Lyra.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Lyra wins. I think Bayley turns on TV. I think they do Lyra and Bayley potentially in Paris, and I think Becky does go to SmackDown. I think this is the end of the feud, and I think Lyra does get her happy ending and gets back her belt. It's kind of her belt, They kind of made it.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah, I agree completely. Our friend Jumanji Hunter, back at it, gifting 5 LNG Gold memberships. We say this every time, even though we can't really make any sense of it because we don't know how this works. But we're going to do it again because it's the right thing to do. Firstly, thank you, Jumanji Hunter. But also, if you got one of these memberships, these mysterious memberships that, to be clear, we do get credit for the memberships. There was that one time Jumanji Hunter gifted 50, and we absolutely did not get credit for them, but I'm pretty sure he got charged, and I have no idea what happened there. But when there's 5, we do get credit for them. We do not know who they go to. Sometimes people will come into the stream and go, I got gifted a membership. And it's like, you did? Why? They never watch the shows. They get gifted a membership. It's fascinating. So yeah, I don't know how that works. But if you got one, celebrate. Thank Jumanji Hunter. He's doing his thing. We're very thankful for him. No question. All right. Becky Lynch, Lyra Valkyria. Concerned about the Bayley element there. Concerned. Little concerned. Hope they don't get too cute. We'll see. This next one, on the other hand, this is a match for interference, for getting crazy cute, for getting outright ridiculous. This is not Ric Flair and Ricky Morton, brother. This is a different type of cage match. I'm saying, let's get the blue cage for this fucking thing. Let's do it. Come on. Blue cage. Americana. I want at least 8 run-ins on this deal. I want a spot. I actually would like a spot in which Tala Tonga rips one of the sides of the cage off, preferably. I would like a spot where Jeff Cobb stands there. I would like many different things here. That's what I'm shooting for. Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa. That's just what he does, bro. He stands there. Hopefully he has his shirt on. All-time run he's having. All-time run. Funnier than I ever could have imagined. I thought it would be pretty funny, but no, it's much funnier. US title. Solo Sikoa. Jacob Fatu. This is big. Chris Bourdine, this is big, brother. What you thinking?
As always, we're taking it all, Joe.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is going to be ridiculous, probably. I think in the best ways, but many people probably won't agree, but that's fine. I don't know. Like, part of me is like, Jacob's probably beyond the U.S. title at this point, but on the other hand, I can't really see Solo winning this feud, so I guess I'm going to go with Jacob to get the belt back, but I'm not real confident in that prediction.
Yeah, it feels like Jacob's winning. I agree, this is going to be ridiculous. And the chat brings it up, and they're right too. Solo Sikoa's track record in the steel cage is prolific. Had a match that the Oracle of Wrestling described as, quote, outstanding on SmackDown once with Cody Rhodes. This is... Oracle does not get much bigger than this, mate.
Yeah. This is a... I think this is going to be super entertaining. This is why I am leaning... I'm announcing it right now live on the air. I'm leaning towards being along for the Grin Along with Joe and Manny and whoever else is with us on Sunday evening as well. I have to do some things on Monday morning, but because of the 6 o'clock start time, I think I can manage it.
Beautiful.
So I'm starting to lean 75% and higher for that appearance on Sunday evening. Boy, this could be a blast. Doesn't mean it's going to be good.
No.
But I mean, like,
being good's overrated, bro. It's overrated.
This is going to be. This is going to be like that match in Saudi Arabia, where if you had listened to our show, you would have thought was like 4.5 stars or higher.
You know what it is, Oracle? It's onion ring wrestling. That's the term for it. Remember?
Exactly. This is going to be very entertaining. It will be way too long. There's going to be multiple cutscenes and things of that nature. Yes, this match is guaranteed to be that. And if it isn't, it's probably a mistake. Although I think Jacob and Solo both could probably be fine in a 10-minute sprint as well. But this is going to be 22 minutes of cinema, as they like to call it. I think Jacob wins the belt here, and Jacob needs to have some programs with Drew, some programs with Priest. I agree with you in the fall, and win those. Particularly Priest would be a great one. Drew probably needs to be.
And have him beat the fuck out of Aleister Black, too. Jesus.
Oh, please, Jesus.
Get a grip.
Please, God.
Christ almighty. He should eat the fucking black mask gimmick and just shake it off and pin him. Come on. Let's get to business here. Come on. All right. You mentioned the Grin Along, by the way. It's a good time to promote. Saturday's Grin Along, we're actually going to be doing free because we've got a double header here this weekend, right? So for our gold members, Sunday night, we're going to be spending that with the LNG gold members. And we're going to have a great time as we do every time. I mean, Lord God, that Evolution All-In weekend, Oracle, you and I, we were in the war on that one, mate. We had a great time. Saturday, we're going to be free. So you can hang out with us here on Saturday for free. And then Sunday will be behind the paywall as per usual. It should be a really fun time. Speaking of fun times, Jack Crosby, Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, Steel Cage, brother. Here we go.
Got to be Jacob. Got to be Big Jacob. I'm sorry. Got to be Big Jacob.
Yeah. It does, I think. But I feel like there's a 5-10% chance of a very silly finish here is all I'm saying, you know? I just can't help but feel it.
I get that. I understand it. But I think you just got to you really got to get him on some momentum, like where he just wins all the fucking, like, just wins. Because, like, you have an ultimate baby face there, man. Like, yeah, I think it's got to be Jacob.
Solo
He's taken a
Sikoa is the
step
betting
back
favorite.
since-
Wow.
Wow.
Betting
He's
favorite.
taken a step back
Hold
in
on.
booking.
I could pull those
Yes,
up now.
please do.
I just
Okay.
got them today.
Okay, while you do that, Oracle, what was you saying, mate?
Yeah, I was saying because Jacob's always been over since he's been in the Fed, but like he got super over during Mania, right? And then he won the belt. He was super.
No,
over.
it did. This is close. Solo minus 450, Jacob plus 100.
That's kind of crazy, though. Why is he the
Wow.
favorite? Why is he the favorite? What do they know? Is it JC Mateo? Very interesting.
Odds. They give me notes too. Odds gives Solo a 58.3% likelihood of retaining the belt, and these odds remain unchanged from where they opened.
You know what? Actually, Jack, we'll circle back to those odds. I'm
I'm
intrigued.
gonna keep this all. Yeah, you know what?
We'll circle back.
Open, and we'll do the rest. And
We'll finish that story. Oracle, you were saying about post-Mania.
Yeah, I was saying I think the way he turned at Money in the Bank was so bad. Like Jacob, the way he turned babyface, it was a heel turn that was a babyface turn. It was executed like a heel turn.
Yeah, it was terrible.
It was terrible. Like, and I think it really hurt him. Like he's still over, and he could still be easily. I mean, he's not. But I think the Solo feud has been. I've enjoyed it for like the shits and giggles, but it needs to end here.
Yeah, probably so. Bob, are we taking it all?
No, I think I'm with Jacob, even though, Solo is a cage match expert at this point. And listen, Tama Tonga's out there somewhere, so he could come back and throw a wrench into things, but I don't think.
I did see something saying like Tama might side with Jacob.
Ooh.
That would be fucking awesome.
That would be
cool. Yeah.
Jacob and Tama as babyfaces would change the world, bro. That'd be so cool. Fuck. They should do that.
Yeah. No, that rules, actually. But yeah, I'm going to go with Jacob.
It's very unfortunate that the website cagematch.net has ruined my life enough that when you say cage match expert, I feel like a police siren's going off over my fucking head. Yeah. Like, that's where my brain goes, like scanning the website. I don't think of Harley Race or Ric Flair. I think of match guides and fucking statistics. Okay. Tremendous stuff. All right. Some business in our chat here. Colt. Boom. Colt, been a member for 11 months. What's happening here? Eugenio?
Eugenio Suarez.
Say that again, sorry?
I don't think it's Eugenio. That's how the Cubs guys say it all the time, but I've never heard
Seattle?
anyone else say it like that. I think
Eugenio.
I think it's
Fuck,
just
that's pretty
Eugenio,
cool.
but
Eugenio.
Let me access the CBS.
Eugenio.
Yeah, Bob.
That's garbage. I mean, good for them, but that's
Eugenio.
Yeah. I'm in the CBS baseball room right now. Hold on.
Hell yeah.
Oh, fuck. On the front lines here, folks.
Tigers fans are going to lose their minds.
Wow. Joe,
I'm
do you know what
rattled by this.
baseball is?
I've been to a baseball game. No one seemed to watch the baseball. They just was eating hot dogs and stuff. It was quite strange.
Well, actually, that's kind of the deal, even here in America. So
Yeah,
that's kind of
we
the deal.
left and we got in an Uber and we told the driver we thought it was very fun and he was like, "Yeah, it's just kind of what people do at baseball." Fair enough. Should have stayed. Yeah, I mean, people do the same thing at cricket. To be fair, they just sort of sit around and sort of enjoy the day.
Right? Like that video of that one fella he showed.
How great was that?
That was
God.
good. Yeah.
The announcer's delivery of the big fella.
I went to get my nicotine. True story. Went to get my nicotine pouches the other day at the store down the street, and the Indian fella, my buddy, there behind the counter, had a 20-minute conversation with me explaining cricket. He was talking about cricket. I was like, "All right, my man, explain this sport to me like I'm 5." And he was there because there no one coming in. There wasn't like heavy. No customers were coming in. We sat there. I'm drinking my coffee that I just bought. I was like, "Oh, interesting." He's like, "You should watch it. You watch it." And he's giving me all these channels. Like, all right, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, I bet you left it not even a percentage more inclined to watch it either. Did you?
No,
Not even a
you're
percentage.
wrong. Right, because he pitched it very well to me.
Oh,
I mean,
Wait, is this Jack? Jack, imagine you and I, without any build-up, we just start texting back and forth about the cricket, and Matt has to deal with it in the group chat. Could you imagine?
Oh, now I want to get deeper.
Dude,
He'll so fucking
tomorrow, England versus India, you just send a text cold, India playing well. And I just respond without even putting it over. I just go, yeah, they are, Jack, you're right. God, this is a good innings so far. He gets so angry. He'll start posting fucking NASCAR and all that whole shit he likes. Oh, let's do this. All right, awesome. We have a plan here, Jack. Beautiful. Wonderful stuff. All right, tremendous. Thank you, Colt. You led us to something magical. Something truly magical. Okay. Tremendous, tremendous stuff. Jumanji Hunter has gifted another 10 LNG Gold memberships. He followed this by asking, does anyone get any of these? So I will ask, did anyone get any of these memberships? We are very thankful for Jumanji Hunter, but we don't know who got these memberships. If you got one, please say, I got one in the chat. Please do that. But regardless, we are thankful. We appreciate the great Jumanji Hunter. And it's a unique system they have here on YouTube. A unique system. Jack Crosby has crashed out at the thought of cricket. But yeah, thank you, Jumanji Hunter. We're very much appreciative of your support. Too kind, far too kind. That was great stuff, guys. Great stuff, tremendous. All right, last couple matches here. Triple threat, women's world title. I always forget that. I'm never gonna get it right. I apologize. Io Sky, Naomi, Rhea Ripley. The Fallout from Evolution, a classic to close Evolution. Naomi cashing in, stealing that moment, stealing the title. Amazed at what Naomi's been able to do in this run. I think it's pretty incredible story, you know. And I said this the other day on a Wrestle Pure show. Like the Proceed with Caution stuff isn't even really my favorite. I'm not a massive fan of it, but just from like a career point of view, her pulling this off is really cool, man. Really, really cool. I think this will be good. I think the finish is kind of telegraphed in that, like, it seems to me Naomi is a bridge to get the belt to Stephanie, and it wouldn't really make much sense for her to have cash in and lose here. And so I think that will limit its heat on a card that has fucking, 25 ladders, cages, lions, Lyra Valkyria, all of the above. But I still think it will be good. Oracle, what do you think?
Yeah, this match will be good. Perhaps very good even. I think Rhea is almost putting Io away again. Mm-hmm. Naomi steals the pin.
Yeah.
Hopefully down the line somewhere we get a Rhea Io final encounter. I think Naomi will be the champion into Paris. I think Stephanie will beat Naomi, and then we'll be off into the fall. But this match, I think we'll have a lot of heat because the women are so over. But I don't think it will be quite as quality as the Evolution Main or the Mania Triple Threat, but I do think it could be very good.
Yeah. Feels like Australia is the place for Rhea to beat Io. To me, anyway. It feels like that's the place. And that should main event that show. In Australia?
Yeah.
Yeah. That should main event that show. I think you probably would do that.
And honestly, because I think the idea is to get a... honestly, I think they could get away with going 30 on that show and main eventing.
Yeah, I agree.
And like
I definitely agree.
Finally getting the win.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And they'll wrestle Alexa and Charlotte on the road to that. Jack, you started talking about cricket and you got kicked out of the StreamYard, mate.
The fucking internet in the house went down.
Yeah, cricket, bro. That's what we'll do to you, man. You start talking about it and everything plays. They're watching you, man. They're watching you. Okay. Good stuff. Bobby, what do you make of this one? Io, Naomi, and Rhea?
It should be a good time. I'm with Oracle. Like, if you go into it expecting it to be the Mania Triple Threat, I don't think it's going to be that good, but I think it's going to be quite a good time. And the result, kind of like you said, too, in this one is less in question than that one, so that does kind of limit it a little bit. It's going to be Naomi. But, it's going to be fun, I think. I like all three. It'll be a good time. It has a high, and a lot of the matches on Sunday have high floors, especially compared to Saturday, and this one is, the same.
I agree, and I don't think it's worth... I'm with you completely. It doesn't seem worth stressing about what's going to be better or worse than Mania. I think that Mania triple threat may be the best triple threat they do for very many years, to be honest. So
it was great.
I'm with you completely. Yeah. Chris, what do you make of this one, mate?
Yeah, I'm super pumped for this match. When they announced it, I'm like, hell yeah, because obviously Rhea and Io have amazing chemistry together, and you know, Naomi's not Bianca, but she's pretty good in her own right. So yeah, I agree. This probably won't reach the Mania level, but I still think this is going to be very good. But yeah, Naomi is going to retain here.
You guys want the odds for this one?
Yes, I do actually. Yes.
Naomi minus 1,500.
Yeah.
Rhea plus 400. Io plus 750.
See, you know what would actually be awesome, Jack? Like a blog that does the odds for wrestling, but as though it's a shoot. Like imagine a write-up where it's like Naomi's plus 600. Her resume does not suggest she's going to win here. I got to be honest. Big matches.
Bro, you know what we should start doing, since I get these emails, I get a bunch of them. We should start doing LNG streams like you know, these they do betting podcasts. We should start breaking down these odds,
dude. And we have segments. So you have the lock of the week,
dude. Here's an untapped resource for this channel right now.
We would be the only wrestling channel to be doing betting content that wasn't getting paid for it. Everyone else is doing their fucking paid segments, and Jack and I doing an hour podcast about it. That's awesome. All right, I dig it. Jack, anything else you'd like to add in terms of this triple threat, mate, before we go to our main event?
Naomi wins.
Yeah. Okay, before we get to this main event, just quickly, this speed run, this, Jack, because I'm interested. I'm going to go back to the start.
Right,
can you give me the odds as we go? Okay, Alexa and Charlotte, Judgment Day. Who's the favorite?
Let me find it.
Okay, yeah, this may be a little scrolling.
These are all over. Alexa and Charlotte.
My goodness, it's tense.
Give me a second.
All right, folks.
Ooh. They're kind of they're heavy favorites.
Oh.
Minus 700.
Okay.
Oh, good value there on the champs, if you ask me. Good value, Jack.
Judgment Day plus 400. Yeah, good value, I think, on Raquel and Roxy.
All right. This one fascinates me. Karrion, Kross, Sami Zayn odds, Jack. What are we looking at? Jack's about to lose a lot of money.
Sami Zayn minus 250.
Oh, it's tight.
Kross plus 170.
That's tight. It's not wide enough to live dangerously.
No.
Jelly roll.
All right,
Jelly roll. God, only wrestling can you have odds for fucking Jelly Rolls match. Jesus. It was ridiculous before, but then words coming out of my mouth was just a real moment.
Randy and Jelly Roll minus 700. Drew and Logan plus 400.
Yeah. I could see Jelly Roll having like a Warrior's Death, though, and going out on his shield to a Claymore. So, again, maybe some sneaky value. Tiffany and Jade. This one I reckon will be close. I reckon that will be close. Just got a feeling. We were really confident on Jade, but I think it's gonna be close.
Jade minus 600. Tiffany, the underdog, at plus 350. Tiffany's good value.
I agree.
Plus
I agree. No question. What's the value on Bron and Bronson? They got to be heavy underdogs, let's be honest. Bronson Reed cannot be a favorite in this match. Come on.
Whoa. Yeah, this one is Roman and Jay minus 1,500.
Oh,
the Brons are plus 600.
The bookies, they've never.
The odds give Roman and Jay a 93.8% likelihood of winning the match.
The bookies, they never got over it, dude.
I would put $20 on the Brons at plus 600. I would. Yeah. I'd put a 20 on them.
Bronson Reed doing a cartwheel just killed his stature in Vegas. Just killed it.
All right, next.
Punk and Gunther. This is interesting. Again, we're not being paid for this, folks.
CM Punk is the favorite. Minus 180. It's close. Minus 180.
Oh.
Gunther plus 140.
That's very
that's
close.
A fucking coin toss. The ladder match. Oh, fucking hell yeah. How can this be anything but close? There's 6 of these teams.
All right, they're all plus money. There's no money. They're all plus money.
Yep.
It's like a fucking horse race.
I'm telling you, Joe, this is what we're gonna do now. This is the new thing. Andrade and Ray are the favorites, plus 130. The Wyatt 6 to retain, plus 150. Fraxiom, plus 250. DIY, plus 500. The Street Profits, plus 700.
Oh,
great value.
Sabin and Shelley, plus 1,000.
Wow.
Jesus. What have the guns done to the people?
I would put $10 on Sabin and Shelley at plus 1,000.
Anyone can win that, but there's 6 fucking teams.
All right,
Depends what mood Paul wakes up in. Next, we have AJ and Dom.
Ooh, Dom's favorite. Minus 200. AJ plus 150.
Okay.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. Becky and Lyra. And then we go up.
Hold on a second. Now, these notes. I have to read these notes. Here's interesting. AJ opened minus 450. And they switched today, giving Dom a 66.7% likelihood of retaining the title.
Do you think that's because AJ pinned him on Raw?
Big favorite.
AJ pinned him on Raw, I think.
Yeah.
People did their... Okay, I think that catches up. Becky Lyra is the last one, I think, Jack.
Yeah. Lyra, the favorite. Pretty close. Minus 200 for Lyra. Becky plus 150.
Just want you to think, just spare a moment, if you will, for this fella as he walks into creative and they ask him who he thinks should win the 6-team ladder match. Look at that. Look at that image. B-Fab sitting behind his head there. Look at that. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. All right.
I was literally going to tell you in the DMs, you have to start using that photo.
Yeah.
The other day, I was like, you've got to use that shit, dude.
There's so many moments in my life that I could have captured just with this if I had it at the time. Like, he's trying so hard to stay in the game, and he can't do it anymore. He's got if he just turns around, he has a fucking board in front of him that says "Mellow, don't miss." You know, what do they want from the guy? Look at him. He's falling apart.
He has had enough, man.
He looks like if they made a doll to resemble Bruce Pritchard. What has happened, Bruce? Hey, look at this. Is him in his glory.
Right. He looks like the Madame Tussauds Bruce Pritchard.
This is not a real person. This is a cyborg built to churn out wrestling television.
Yeah, he is done, man. He is done.
He's had enough of talking about Julia every Friday. Let him go. Jesus. All right. Main event time. Street fight. John Cena, Cody Rhodes. I'm going to sneeze any minute now. Bob, who you got?
Do you want the odds now or do you want them after?
Yeah, do them now.
Now?
Yeah.
The favorite is Cody Rhodes at minus 300. John Cena to retain at plus 200.
That makes sense. That's good.
Are there any odds for a cash in on there, Jack, by chance?
There are not.
Okay.
Now, that is actually a good question, Oracle, because I know these emails I get, sometimes they do have odds on that, but they do not have them here. Probably because no one knows what Seth's real deal is. So,
yeah. No, as far as the match, though, like, I'm excited for it. I think the build was great. I mean, they've only done the one segment on SmackDown, but I thought that was awesome. They have one this week coming up, obviously, as well. And really didn't need to build too much with Cody winning King of the Ring, and it's a rematch. So, like, story was already there. No DQ, street fight, whatever. There's going to be some shenanigans, which I think we're all in for. Yeah, definitely think it'll eclipse the Mania match by quite a bit of distance. And I think Cody's going to win. Again, we don't know about Seth. I think Seth would cash in on Cody, but Cody would officially win first. They wouldn't make it a triple threat, just because I do think you do have to turn Cena back babyface because you're already in August and, clock's ticking. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Cody.
Yeah, we're on the same page. I think Cody over. Cena embraces him, accepts his time to give up on trying to be a bad guy and just be himself. And as that moment is sinking in, I think the Brons hit the ring. They lay out our baby faces, burn it down, hits. I think that's where they do the Seth Rollins. I think Cody does win beforehand. As a match, this is probably going to be a lot of smoke and mirrors, a lot of nonsense, to be honest. But it may be more fun as a result of that.
Mm-hmm.
Cena's matches have been weird, and I actually have liked when he's just done wrestling matches, and then it always becomes about everything else and this fucking ref bumps. This will probably just be that the whole time, I presume, as a street fight.
Yeah.
But the finish is more interesting than the quality of the match, to be honest, because I think if you're watching this, you're aware, I've never been bullish on this pairing. Chris, what do you make of this one, mate?
I have no unearthly idea what to make of this.
That's fair.
This whole thing, set from really since the heel turn on, has just been, I'm just baffled by it. Yeah, I don't know. Like Cody winning, I guess, getting the belt back, I guess makes sense. I don't think there's going to be a cash in. I'll just start there. Whether Seth is healthy enough to do it or not I just don't think they're going to do that back-to-back pay-per-views. So I don't think that's going to happen. The whole Cody winning and then Cena, like what is Cena just 2 weeks ago was like trying to weasel his way out of this match. Like, what is the impetus for him to finally go, oh, I'm a good guy again, guys?
There is
sorry. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
No, you're right. Yeah,
and if Cody just beats him, then like, what was this whole thing for? I don't have a handle on it.
It's one of those ones where you're left hoping the finish is something you can't foresee that's going to make you go, oh, that's what. But
yeah,
it's hard to think that's the case. It's a very puzzling. And Cena seems to have changed his approach to being a heel every other week. It's very strange. I'm with you. The confusion is fair. I mean, I said I think Cena's going to turn babyface, and I do. Your questions are not just valid. I don't think there's an answer for them. I don't think you can reasonably just turn John babyface, but I think they're going to, and
yeah,
we'll see. I mean, there's been times where it's like Cena has been kind of telling the story of softening as a babyface, and kind of regretting his decisions and having these moments of subtlety, but then they're often outdone by him being like a comic villain, bad guy, a mustache-twirling villain, I should say. Jack, what do you make of our main event here, mate?
I don't know. Listen, unless I'm missing something, and I've seen the discourse. There was a report from, what was it, Sean or PW, and said that like Rollins' injury is legitimate and is going to keep him out for a while.
There have been those reports.
If it was a work and he cashes in Sunday night, people are like, so then what? Like, you're working the people in the back, which is never a good thing.
Yeah,
and
it's a strange one.
I think Seth would. I don't think Seth would be in favor of doing that to the people in the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care who comes to him with the idea. I don't think they're like, what if we fake an injury on Saturday night's main event? And not saying he's not injured.
Yeah, because I think he's injured.
His knee was messed up, and they said, all right, well, let's do this on Saturday night's main event.
Yes.
And then I think Seth would be like, that's not right. That's not the right thing to do. I don't want to do that.
The key is, Jack, and I stress this because I know you don't watch just like myself, and this has been explained to me. The TV apparently is like aggressive in making you think it's a work. Apparently. That's the way it's been described to me. Now, you guys may disagree with that assessment. Apparently they've handled it on TV in a way that is very unusual for a real injury. That's the way it's been described to me. That may be unfair. That's why I'm more confident of it, Jack. But I get your concerns, no question.
But
it's a strange one, yeah.
This one is so weird. Like, this should be the easiest thing for us to sit here and predict. but it's so weird because of all the moving parts, not just
Yep.
Seth. The Cena heel turn has been dog shit. Not his fault. Obviously, not his fault. So, like, now we're at the point where it's like, all right, John needs to turn babyface again because this thing is wrapping up. So, logic tells you that it's just Cody beats him, and John just realizes, okay, I was wrong all along. You're the next guy. Like, you're the next me. They shake hands, and that's how SummerSlam goes off the air. But is that what happens?
And here's the other part. If that's the plan, why a street fight? A street fight implies that they're going to do all sorts of horse shit in this match, to me anyway. I mean, Cena's done 100 run-ins in every match. If you were going to do that, wouldn't you do like a wrestling match and have Cena do a whole promo about trying to beat Cody Rhodes in a wrestling match? You know?
Yeah, I don't understand where they're going with this. So maybe you guys are talking me into the set stuff.
It's the only thing that makes sense to me, but that doesn't necessarily make sense entirely because of what Chris mentioned. All of it's very odd.
But then again, I'm sorry, but I love him dearly, more than most.
True.
Is putting that title on Seth Rollins the best idea?
Well, it's a loaded question. I think there is increasing evidence it probably is not, but I'm not, I'm with you. Yeah.
Like Seth Rollins, for as long as I've been watching wrestling, I mean this. Like I battle with him the most because I see the hate he gets, and I don't agree with it. I love Seth.
Yeah.
I love Seth Rollins. He is
with
such an asset to professional wrestling. Not W, because I'm not a W. He's great. He's had his ups and downs, his mistakes, but he's fucking awesome. I'm sorry, he is. He's great, but he's just not that guy. Like, are we really gonna do this?
Especially as a heel, that's my biggest thing. I don't know about him as a top heel.
That is a good point too. Okay, you want to put the tippy top title on Seth? I think it's a babyface at this point in his career
because people love him. He's a legend to the audience. Like that's the other part of it.
I know that sounds crazy to a lot of people.
No, he absolutely is 100%. He's been on their TV for 12 years, right? 13 years.
I also don't get.
Yeah.
I also don't get the so you move Seth and his crew over to SmackDown. So Gunther's your only top heel on Raw now then? That doesn't seem to solve any problems either.
Who are the top heels in the promotion is the question.
Yeah,
really.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Because who are I don't know who they are.
It's
Gunther and Seth, that's it.
Yeah, that's it right now.
Cena, I guess.
Holy shit!
Technically Cena.
You guys watch what? You're right. It's Gunther and Seth.
Bro, they're leaning on Solo for a lot. Solo is not a long-term solution as a top heel.
No.
He's taking it all, but he ain't taking that part of it.
No. Wow.
There's some stuff here again. There's some elements here they're gonna need to figure out.
No, I mean, you guys want to hear a sad truth? The top heels might be, and tell me if I'm wrong. Gunther, Seth, Logan Paul.
Logan, yeah.
Mhm.
Logan would definitely be.
Logan Paul is a top 3 heel in that company right now.
I would agree with that entirely, yeah. Yeah. And the babyface side is heavy, right? You would say?
Yeah.
They got to do some turns, man. Drew McIntyre is definitely going to, but they've damaged Drew's stature. He's still the 4th guy, I think, just by default. But Drew does feel damaged. It has to be said.
Oh, I mean, Logan, listen, I meant to say this earlier because I saw it on Twitter or whatever. I loved Logan's bit to start the jelly roll thing where he was like, no outsiders.
That was good. Yeah.
Like that.
See,
that was great.
The problem is, and this goes back to, what we mentioned earlier, this is why you end up with Seth Rollins being a heel, right? This is why you end up with...
Yeah.
So it's I agree with Kale. Who do you turn?
Mm-hmm.
Because the Cena thing has shown us, it's not just as simple as, okay, you're a heel now. if you don't have, if it's someone that the crowd loves, which is all the top baby faces right now, like LA Knight, for just throwing a name out there. You can't just be like LA Knight's a heel now. Like that's not gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
No, but if anything, like Chris, that's a good point, because that's what I was going to bring up. It's like, so if you have this line of baby faces, of which like the back of the line starts with LA Knight, who should have been a world champion. Let's be honest, a year or two ago,
he was red hot. Yeah,
right. Like, let's be real here. Like, he should be next in line to be one of the tippy top baby faces.
Well, we should note Bron Breakker is clearly intended to be in this role, right? Clearly, he's a plan for this role.
Sure.
But there isn't a factory sort of process beyond him, is there? It's Bron. Oh. Is there a SmackDown guy they're trying to get ready? There's not, is there? I'm not forgetting anyone.
Not really.
No, not really.
God, it would... Look, man, I'm not saying it's been an arsehole. I'm just being completely as honest as I can be. If Trick could be like 25% better, he would have a major spot right now waiting for him. Like, genuinely, if Trick was a smidge better, he would be working with these guys. Because he has the size and the look and the promo, you know?
Yeah, but there's just something missing.
Yeah, it's not there.
Again, another great point by Kale. Like, even Bron, though, is to the point. Oh, yeah,
they're going to cheer
him.
Yeah.
he's going to be to the point where...
That's like your window for him to be a heel, because like, and he's cool as fuck. Like, you can't, like, he has the Stone Cold Steve Austin effect of, you can only try to push this heel thing for so long before you realize this guy's cool as shit.
Well, the conclusion via our live chat is that the solution to this is Aleister Black. So good luck to all involved, and may God have mercy on their souls. Oracle, who do you think's winning the main event?
I think Cody wins. I still think Seth cashes in to close the show. I like the idea of Cody being Cena fair and square, and then Cena costing Seth to cash in and turning babyface that way, because there's no good way to turn Cena babyface at this point. That's the only option. Even though that wouldn't even really be like a babyface turn, considering all the things he's done, it's the only option they have for that, I think. Because, I mean, long story short, the Cena heel turn has been a failure. I think that's pretty clear. It's been a massive flop. Either. It's not. It's been a whole mess.
It's not his fault, but
he could have been better.
Exactly. If there's anyone that has any kind of stroke around there to be able to say, hey guys, this doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, like, if you agreed that you're checked out for this last year, and he might just be content just being like, all right, well, whatever.
He's definitely content. 100% he's content.
Pretty clear.
All right. Yeah. Like, I told you guys, I'm out of here. If this is what you want to do, fine, fuck it. I don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just, but that's kind of where it's his fault, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel still pretty dead set on Cody winning, Seth cashing in, Cena being like making faces at the end of like kind of like teasing babyface turn faces, which I know sounds silly. Like, maybe there's a handshake before they cash in or something. But I think that's it. I think that's gonna end the weekend on a big bang there with Seth's, because like the Heyman promos where he's very injured, he's going to be out for a very long time. It's just feels so forced to me. I think he was, you know, I think he is hurt, but I don't think the injury is as bad as.
Mm-hmm. I like this from Matt. He said, not a long-term solution. I think using Sheamus cachet and trying to recapture a kind of bar vibe with him and Miro as heels, I think would be a good band-aid for this situation we're discussing.
Actually, I like that idea too, yeah.
Mm-hmm. A band-aid. A band-aid.
I completely disagree with turning Sheamus heel. at this. I disagree. I'm sorry.
In a vacuum, I get it, but look at the alternatives. We ain't turning Jay. We ain't turning LA Knight. We ain't turning. You know what I'm saying? It's like some must die so others can live.
How about we could get Sheamus to leave that fucking company and go work New Japan?
He's
Noah or sleep.
He's got another 4 years or so left yet, mate.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. He's retiring there.
I'm not a big one. All I wanted was for Sheamus just to leave that place for a little bit.
Yeah, it would have been fun.
Yeah. Yes, maybe go to AEW, but only go to AEW just to have some match. But to go to New Japan, I just want to see the man unload. Yeah. I love him so much. I just want to see him unload.
Aggressive phrasing. I think he just wants to just wrestle on Netflix occasionally and retire, to be honest, Jack. I think he's had enough. He's getting quite old now, you know. He's unloaded enough, Jack.
Side note, while we were sitting here and you guys were, I did some, I was just curious. We were talking about the betting odds. And, I was just curious, what can you win on wrestling betting? And, I looked back at some of the other emails I got. The closing odds, let's say, for example, AEW Double or Nothing, right? You know how big of a favorite Ospreay was to beat Hangman?
Yeah. I remember you texting us about that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hangman closed at Hangman plus 550.
Bob, you missed out there,
I
bro.
go back to... There was another one. It was a WWE one, I think.
Okay. In the meantime, Andy sent a super chat. Not the biggest NXT viewer, but what have you guys thought Mariah May's run so far? Oh, feel like she would have been better served in the Raw mix. Okay, before we get to
this, you're asking
the
wrong panel, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Jack, what was you gonna say?
You could have made some money at All In. Mercedes closed at minus 180.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Kenny closed at minus 160.
Ooh.
They were close though, man.
Close, but Bob, let's say you parlay them.
True. Bob, make some notes.
Mm-hmm.
The Young Bucks closed at minus 140. So if you say parlayed the Bucks, Kenny, and
Tony.
No, I'm sorry.
No, the Bucks.
Swerve and Will, Okada, and Tony.
Yes, we got there. Yes.
You make a little bit of money.
Bob, make notes. All right. Just very quickly, because not a lot of us have seen it, and we don't need to get into discourse. From what I've seen, it has been quite bad. I have not seen everything. I am not an educated voice on the matter. I have seen a couple of the promos, and I think they've been pretty rough. The reason I don't really want to wade into it is because a lot of the people that are talking about this are just actively hoping she fails, and I don't have any interest in that. It seems like it's been pretty rough so far, is what I would say. Would that be a fair assessment, fellas, you think?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
You know what? I think the poor girl is stuck. She really wanted to be a WWE superstar her whole life is great. It's fine. But from what I saw in that promo last night and previously, but especially last night, it's okay. But you seem to work better when you're not overproduced.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. You had something, but now I don't want to say be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's the thing, and it turns into fucking.
Because you maybe there should have been an epiphany moment, when you were in AEW of oh, wait a minute, okay, I got this, but
I think she struggles with live segments generally, and I think that actually was an issue in AEW, and that's part of why it was palpable in that show, is because that room is small, and when live promos are bad in that NXT room, it's fucking, you can feel it, it's awkward. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, hopefully she does well. What I will say is, if you're a hot commodity, I don't think NXT is a great spot, to be honest with you. I think people's,
should have been there.
Yeah.
I don't think you should have been there to begin with.
I think her and Ricky both, they had a lot of momentum. I think they should have just gone to the main roster.
Yep.
To be honest.
Yep.
I think Ricky more so because Ricky's like 35 years old. I think they should just gone to the main roster. To be honest with you, but I don't know. I'm hoping both guys, both grapplers do well, and we'll see how things unfold. Okay. Thank you, Andy, for the super chat. He also says, this is a good one for you, Jackie. Sorry to digress, but 5 best builds in UFC history. What you got? Tito and Ken? Tito and Chuck? Right, they got to be on there, surely.
No, Tito and Chuck is number one. Like that's like the ultimate.
They had lore and stuff.
Connor and
that one,
Connor and Jose. Connor and Aldo.
Let's limit ourselves to one Connor fight. What's the best Connor build? Is it Khabib or is it Jose? Khabib build was unbelievable, bro.
The Khabib build was unbelievable, but like sort of like a little too manufactured, like WWE type manufactured.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
I mean, like it like the fight itself was, but to me, Connor and Jose at the time, especially like Connor's rise, where like as he was coming up and Jose being the great, like that felt more organic than Connor Khabib.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Sonnen and Anderson's a good call.
Sonnen and Anderson's good.
Fuck. Rampage Rashad, bro. That had insane hype at the time. And they had the Ultimate Fighter. Jones and Cormier, good call. Chad's got some fucking. I mean, there's some heavy hitters here. I mean, we limit ourselves to McGregor, but the Nate Diaz-McGregor saga was spectacular. Spectacular.
Yeah.
Okay.
Think
there's a handful there. Any we forgot? Any old school ones we forgot?
And Brock
and Mir. Yeah.
But it still wasn't like, there's still something missing from there.
Okay. There's a handful. My goodness, it used to be better. Thank you, Andy. Cal's in the super chat. Yeah, take us home with this. Question, do you hotshot over to top him on main roster? Question B, will the new Smarks just start cheering him because he's cool? I mean, it depends how you present him. If you present him as being really cool and he kicks ass, then yeah, they're probably going to cheer him. If he's like a heel, it might help. I mean, I love Jacob. The Oracle of Wrestling kind of took me back down to earth for this very soon at Jacob's run when he informed me that all he does is high spots, and I kind of went, oh yeah, he's probably going to get cheered soon. So
I've talked to Bob about this a bunch of times. Like Bob and I have talked about this a lot. There needs to be someone, we're over 20 years later now, someone needs to come in and do the Brock Lesnar 2002 run where like after a few months in, they're just the world champ.
Yeah.
Maybe Obafemi's the guy.
He would be the best fit for that.
Maybe Oba's the guy to just come in and just fucking murder everyone. And within 4 months, because Brock was, night after WrestleMania, so 4 months, world champ. Boom.
Mm-hmm. He would be the guy, yeah. And they're going to do that, but he would be the guy. I would actually go with that. I would probably accelerate and get him moving. People are going to cheer him anyway because he's cool. They do have to get better about like presenting guys as heels, though.
Yeah.
Oracle's point about Jacob was apt and like they were going to cheer Jacob anyway, but having him do like the coolest possible things in every match probably wasn't the actual best way. He probably should have been a bit more of a heel. I also think this may, in fact, be a inevitable effect of every professional wrestler that's featured on TV having a stylized entrance, and maybe some wrestlers should just walk out. Because I'm sure Obafemi's going to have some sort of outrageous Jean-Paul Levesque production when he arrives. And I don't think that helps either, to be honest. But, he's going to do fine. There is an issue with, like, the crowd's just like... I mean, look at Dom, bro. They fucking love cheering Dom. Like, they just like who they like. So even with the stuff... Dom wrestles like a heel, they cheer him. He doesn't have a fancy entrance, they cheer him. It's hard, no question. But I would go with Obafemi. I think we're all pretty bullish on Oba, right?
Yeah.
Fair to say. All right. Let's get ourselves out of here. Thank you, Cal. I will be on School of Wrestling with Lord Oracle tomorrow night. Oracle, tell the people about that show.
Yeah, so we're going to finish up our Classic Lucha School of Wrestling, which has taken place for this pretty much late spring and through most of this summer. The final one, the sort of miscellaneous section, which is going to be feature a Cybernetico from 1997, a Minis match from 1994, and a Lightning match from 2013. But which is obviously a lot more recent, but still 12 years ago, and it's Blue Panther and Virus. So definitely wrestled in a very classic lucha style. And then we will talk about what we will have in store for the rest of the year, which we mentioned. We'll talk about tomorrow for the final piece of the 2025 version of the School of Wrestling, which will close out the year with something special. We've talked about it and announced it, but we'll start to tease and formulate some stuff on that. But join us tomorrow for the final Classic Lucha section of School of Wrestling. Probably be, my guess is Collision looks pretty good, so it might be more like a 10 p.m. thing, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be you and I, too.
10,
I'm the only student.
10 p.m. thing, yeah.
Yeah, I'm the only student, Oracle, I think.
Are
Back
you?
to the old days. I think so.
That's
Back
okay.
to the good old days.
That's all right.
The way it should be. More money for you and I.
There you go. Yeah.
Friday, August 1, warning. Myself, Bob, Chris, Buster, and Caden. If you ever wonder about the dismay of our youth, Caden Lee has over 20 things listed, and Brainbuster has 17. I haven't got one yet, so.
Yeah, I
in
got
good
about
shape.
20.
Bob's got 20. Chris and I are just going to listen.
Yeah, we're just going to listen and vibe. And yeah.
We're going to celebrate August 1, a great wrestling tradition. And then Saturday, we're going to be free for SummerSlam, the first night of SummerSlam. With Grin along, myself, Oracle, and friends. Sunday, running it back behind the paywall with Manny the Hooper. Bob, any plugs?
August 1 warning, Friday evening. Watch a SummerSlam Grin along. I don't know when I will be back in August, but I'll show up again at some point. But watch everything, support the late night Grin.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. The Mind of Manny, in particular.
Yes.
Brand new on Energy Productions.
Absolutely.
Jumanji Hunter back again. We're going to run it back one last time. If you got one of these, so please thank Jumanji Hunter. But we're going to thank him regardless. Incredible support. I think that's now like, I'm not good at maths. Is that 25 gifted memberships Jumanji's done tonight? I mean, really carrying our chart that says that we're growing. We're not actually growing. Jumanji Hunter just keeps gifting memberships. So we appreciate it very much. Thank you, Jumanji Hunter. Chris Bourdine, any plugs, brother?
Chris's base covers. New video drops on Friday afternoon. Check that out. I've done the first pass at the board. I think we're calling it the Bourdine's belated birthday bracket bash or something like that.
Oh, yes. yes.
So yeah, that one's gonna be a lot of fun.
What was the date on that, Chris?
I think we're doing the 26th.
Bourdine's belated birthday bash is just everything this platform was built on. Just marvelous. Wonderful. Oracle, School of Wrestling, you're going to be with us maybe both days of SummerSlam. Anything else you'd like to plug, mate?
No, like I said, please join us for final installment of Classic Lucha School of Wrestling tomorrow. I think Joe and I will probably let Collision roll on because I think that show looks pretty good. So I'd like to catch those matches, and then so it'll probably be about a 10:15 p.m. start time, I think. And then I will be there on Saturday, probably about 5:50 p.m. Eastern time. I'll jump in. We're not doing 3-hour pre-shows, guys. That's not happening. Not the Fed pre-shows. Good Lord.
Main show only.
And then I think I will be there on Sunday as well. Join the guys on Friday. They've got their got that interesting thing going on Friday. We've got Grin Grappler, the Duds, coming up in late August.
Fuck yes.
So there's and of course our charity stream, which will be I believe August 17.
Yep. 24 hours.
And
Ahead of
if
Caden
I'm
Lee.
not mistaken, Caden Lee's doing all 24 hours.
20. That's what I mean, let's be honest. He makes it to like 6 and calls it a day, doesn't he? But
Yeah.
we'll let it play out. Jack Crosby, do you have anything you want to promote, mate, before we take it home?
Watch the streams this weekend for SummerSlam.
Yes. And then maybe if the Righteous show up, you'll see Jack Crosby.
Oh yeah. Just be on alert because I will. I'm telling. I'm gonna run. I'm not joking. I'm gonna. Joe, you're gonna have to get that ready for me.
Oh, we'll be. Trust me, champagne already, mate. Don't worry about it. All right, folks. We appreciate you. Hope you've enjoyed this. A little reunion for the lads. Please like the video if you haven't already. Bob did give you pretty clear instructions in that regard, but if you missed those, please like the video. Leave a comment, I guess, if you want. Most importantly, keep grinning. All hell, enjoy this outro. Goodbye. Wait, it's the intro. Wait, let me let me go from the top. Okay, guys, ready? Action. Keep grinning. All hell, enjoy this outro. Goodbye.